Yes. Yes. So easy, right?
Kinda.
Is it though?
And when
Could you post a story for me, please,
then
Yvonne?
do that in
You can
reverse.
even do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, Mimi looks so cute. Bring her closer.
Oh. I realize you just took
Bring Mimi closer.
I'm not wearing my tech wear. I feel very out of place.
I love how
Yeah.
when I open
Just
Google,
move her like the fluff she is.
when I open the Google App Store, the first thing that
Oh,
comes
what a
up is
cutie.
Poki,
Should I grab my-
Poki
No,
soundboard.
Soundboard?
What can
Oh,
I- no, I know, I can- I'll just grab, like, a
no, Fed.
jacket to put on top
Why?
because I feel very out of place with this.
Why? Everyone's wearing like regular shirts.
It's not tech wear.
It's not tech wear.
My name's Albert Chang. I need a butterfly knife in one hand. My
Cards.
tech wears the cards in another hand.
And Lily's hand in the other.
God damn it.
Not
How do you
gonna.
silence this phone? Oh,
Not gonna
okay.
comment on that.
Pokimane is playing IRL. Thanks for having your notice on for me, Fed. I appreciate that.
I've noticed one for everyone in the house.
That's kind of scary now.
Wait, why?
It's
I
like
like-
Life 360.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just I like to know when people
Why
are
are we always so interested to know what everyone else is doing, you know?
What do you mean?
Because you guys
Like,
are...
if we could, I'm sure, like, we would love to just know where everyone is at all
Isn't that
times
what
and
Life
is doing and
360
is
is
planning.
for?
Yeah,
But isn't that
exactly.
what Life
Right, but like
360 is?
even more. What if like you could see people's like plans for the day?
Isn't that
Like you had
social media?
access to my
That's
calendar.
social media. I think we should do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like share calendars with each
Sometimes,
other?
like, let's say you're gone, right?
Mhm.
Or I want to know if you're home. Rather than going
Oh, you have
upstairs and
bits
checking
of
or
them?
verifying or messaging you, I can just open up like 360. Oh, Pokimane has left the house 12 minutes ago. Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like she's 2 miles away. Easy. I love it. I actually love it.
I know. You've loved it since we got it.
I-
Would you be
you know,
sad if I
funny-
turned off my location?
You know what?
A
You know what the
little
funniest part is?
Just a little bit.
The funniest part is Lily was the hardest to convince to get on it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was
was
like, I
like-
thought it was weird at
She's
first.
just so stalkerish. I don't like it. I don't want to know what people know where I am all the time. That's so weird.
But now I know where you guys are at all times.
And it makes you feel good.
Unless you turn your location off, in which case I judge.
How sad? No, like what if I just perma turned it off?
That'd be really sad. Why would you turn it off?
In fact, Life 360 is your wiki for people's
Oh my
locations.
Actually,
God.
yes.
And when you
I
turn
think
it
that
off-
goes into it.
When you turn it off, it's like watching a TV show
Yeah.
that is still airing, so you can't read the spoilers for the next week's episode. 'cause it's
Okay,
not
but
out
that's
yet.
how most people live.
No.
So I feel like we're just spoiling,
I'm
like-
gonna have to disagree. You want to debate about this on the?
Yeah.
Oh
Let's
my
debate.
God.
Where's Destiny? Let's debate. Oh, by the way, is he in band yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a man. He's been a man.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I saw him on the podcast, but I wasn't sure.
Question is, when will he be banned next?
Hopefully not soon.
As
Right?
long as he doesn't play League of Legends, I'm sure he won't be banned anytime soon.
Aw, she's so nice. Tell her
Yeah.
I love her.
I
Love you.
do not
I
have
love
a
you. I
duo
love
for the
you.
tournament, so sadly I will not be participating.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Who is that?
For half the days.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Wait. You know what this means? My
What?
phone is here.
Wait, why?
Oh,
I
because you
haven't
wouldn't
been able to
to
find my
send
phone all day,
Yeah.
and there's no way this message would have gone through unless my phone is here.
No, there's a mic on this.
No. I mean, like, the only way I get this message is because it's connected to my phone.
Yeah, but I mean, the connection can be pretty far, can't it?
It's like in this area.
Oh, cool.
it.
Oh, Mimi. Alright. Hum. Hum. Ihu hi hum him. Do you guys want to just start?
I'm down.
Oh, Yvonne, could you turn off the AC, please? Thanks.
Oh,
you
never
guys
mind.
ready to sweat together? I didn't shower today, so.
Me neither.
Same.
What's the longest you've gone without a shower? I think I know the answer to this question.
I was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I was like on a shower strike.
Why?
I was 8 years old. And it
That's a
lasted
okay
almost,
explanation.
I think, a week or so. And my hair was very heavy with all the oil and grease. It
Wow.
was disgusting.
I've probably done like a week.
Yeah, a week.
I've gone a week.
A week
I've
is the
easily.
max
never
I'll
gone
go.
like 2 weeks,
That's-
so like
that's
that would
what-
be interesting.
Yeah, things start to get crusty there.
Oh yeah.
Because are
We
barbarians.
can probably like squeeze the oil out from the pan to the pan and like cook in it. Right?
Yeah, no,
Like-
Look, my
actually,
cat is smiling at Yvonne. That's so
just squeeze
cute.
your hair and oil just like
Get me out of here.
Dude, but then you could like make oil bottles and profit.
exactly.
Pokies.
Oh,
Poki's oil bottles. I heard a ding, but I don't know what it's from.
it's your alerts or some shit.
Yeah, but like for what?
Test. Can we do a test 10,000 bit donation? This is a test donation.
Oh, I realized
Yeah, they
it
can do
might
that.
just come out of the speakers.
That's okay, we'll just mute. Oh yeah, we'll just mute everything.
With the
Okay, you guys want to
sounds.
start?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Goodbye, music. Goodbye, audio.
Goodbye, audio.
Hello, world. Ah. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Poki podcast. Today we have some very interesting topics, and unfortunately, one that I can't discuss anymore. Anyways, today we are joined by the incredible lilypichu.
That's debatable.
You want to start
Wait,
this now?
you're supposed to be. Okay.
You're supposed to be
You're supposed to be
supporting.
backing her up.
Oh yeah.
You are.
You know what? I'll play the role. Lily, you are amazing.
Debatable.
Okay.
Just kidding. Also, the incredible Albert Chang, also known as Slightly Musical. And last but not least, me.
I was like, all right, how's she gonna play this off?
Just kidding. The incredible Fedmyster as well. I really wonder, do you hate being called that? Or
Yeah,
like,
I actually. do.
really?
Yeah.
But like it's your literal name.
Yeah, but do you like being called Pokimane?
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Oh.
actually dislike being called lilypichu too, and I'm
Really?
sure no one calls you slightly musical.
Yeah, it's
It's
weird.
like your first name, like.
But
if-
it's like
if
it's
you're
your actual name.
Yeah, but to me, like, if you're like a
okay.
friend, you don't call me Federico. You
Yeah,
call
I
me
know,
Fed.
but do you, like if I introduce you, do I like say
Uh,
Fedmyster and you cringe a little inside?
Yeah, I
Really?
think it's okay the
Is
first
it
time.
because like it's me or like all the time when you're introduced? You're like,
I think it's all the
a
time.
Meister.
I think it's all the time when I'm
Do you
introduced.
prefer Fedmyster or Federico?
Neither.
Okay.
you like
Fed.
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 Fed 7.
Yeah.
Federico.
We're joined by Fed. Not gonna lie, every time I say Fedmeister, I think of like medieval times. Do you guys have that in the US?
Like a Meister. What the from Game of Thrones?
Oh.
No, medieval times is a literal like place where you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you eat the
Yeah,
dragon.
Yeah, and they
you
have
see
like a little
jousting.
show. Yeah.
Jousting.
What kind of shit are you guys into?
Wait,
Wait, is that the place where you role play?
No.
There's
Well,
people role
Well,
playing
yeah,
for
people
you.
roleplay.
people
Yeah.
do like dress up in like medieval times
Okay.
era,
But it's
etc.
usually not you.
All right, enough about my cringe name.
Is it just me or did this get louder?
No, I can't hear. No, it's okay. It's coming from somewhere else.
Renaissance Fair. True.
Yes, but in Canada it's called medieval times.
I heard it both.
Wait, is
Lily,
medieval-
could you pass me a
Wait, no,
pillow
that's
over
a
there?
different
That's a
thing.
show.
It's a show
Yeah.
here.
It's a show?
I don't know if it's called medieval times, but medieval something. It's basically you go to an event. It's kind of like a state. Oh my God, Lily just hit the lights.
Wait, what did you want? What did you want?
That like flat pillow right
Lily
there.
just hit her head on the
That's
light.
actually really
Rip
funny.
Lily.
Sorry, you were
It's like
saying?
an event where you go and it's like a coliseum.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, bring me both.
Oh my God.
Oh, is the thing making noise?
Yeah.
It's not even that much.
I can very distinctly hear it.
Maybe it's close to your side.
I want to make a new one.
Alright.
Nice.
But
Sorry, you were
anyways,
saying?
yeah,
Mhm.
so it's a stage, and then in the middle, it's like an arena.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to, wait, it's the same thing?
I mean, medieval times for us is like this big old castle. They have food. They have like, you walk around, you see all this old stuff. And then there's also a show. And I specifically remember there's a show. I don't know exactly what happens. Like, it's an arena, and there's a guy that comes down and runs around his little like
Do they do
jousting
jousting?
thingy. And he's all like, he's supposed to be like hot, and he has like one rose, and he throws it out into the thing.
Well,
And
there
I
is
was,
that. There is
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
I
I was
guess-
10, and I was like, I'm gonna get the rose.
Did you
I didn't
it?
get the rose, no.
Oh, fuck.
And I think,
But I would have
yeah.
felt real special if I did.
It's that show, but that's it. We don't have, there's none of the other stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
other
okay.
stuff sounds cool. No, it's fun.
Anyways, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
I just
Sick.
woke up.
Good morning. How long did
Yeah.
you sleep?
15 hours?
Dude, everyone here is
really
so different.
impressive.
Lily sleeps like 14 hours a day. Albert sleeps negative hours a day. Wakes
Yeah,
up at like
he
8 a.m.
really does.
You, I think the normalist person here, like wake up at a reasonable time, sleep at a reasonable time. I'm like
Somewhere in between. You're smart.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like in between.
It's actually really interesting. Yet,
Yeah. All right.
yet,
Oh.
even though we are different, we still find a way to connect.
I love this.
It doesn't
podcast.
stop us from still being friends and respecting each other's differences.
Cue the cringe music here.
Alright,
This is-
anywho's,
When does this podcast end again?
never. You're here
What does it
forever.
be here for?
You're stuck here forever,
Oh,
Lily
yeah.
Pichu. Let's just jump right into it, and we'll start with probably the biggest topic of the day,
Dun, dun, dun.
which was the IRL sections being being announced. So if you guys don't know details, which I'm sure you do, Twitch has decided to remove IRL and creative, and I imagine the cooking section as well, from streaming categories, and instead they're going to add 10 new categories instead, including art, hobbies and craft, which are 2 sections, food and drink, music and performing, beauty and body art. These are all like lumped
Are
together.
wait, when you say beauty and stuff, that's one
That's
category.
Yes.
one category.
So when you said arts and craft, and
That's
that's one thing.
hobbies and crafts is one
Okay.
section,
Oh,
and
art
art
is
is another
I
section.
feel like hobbies and crafts was aimed
It's
specifically at people
art.
like me. No, it's Legos and Gundam building.
Oh,
So it's like, I mean, you could call it art.
I
But
guess.
I think they're trying to delineate like traditional art and. kind
Why
of
do they
build
wanna
it
That's
up.
not
segregate
that's
us
not
by the
art,
font?
Albert. That's obsession.
Gundam is art.
That's obsession, not art.
You and your Gundams.
God
Gundam is
damn
art.
his. Yeah, never mind.
Ah, I see what you're
Stop,
trying to say.
stop.
I'll give you a point.
Anywho, so I guess they're basically saying that IRL is too broad of a section and didn't go very well in accurately describing the content that was in that section, as well as communities are going to be disabled, and instead they're introducing tags, so you can hashtag your stream with whatever the heck you want. Hashtag. Can they add an offline TV hashtag? We could ask for that.
Oh, that'd be cool. But then you'd
Wait,
be.
is
I
it?
guess, but it just doesn't apply to enough people. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Wait, it's not a tag that you can just hashtag and anyone just searches that it will show up.
They are predetermined tag. Okay, sorry. I have a problem saying tags.
Tags.
What it like tags?
I say tags too.
tags.
Tag.
Yeah,
No,
tag,
you
tag,
don't.
Tag,
I
your video.
remember on Trainwreck's podcast, every time I said tags, people shat on me.
Tags.
Can someone teach me, please?
Tags.
Tags.
Tag.
Like, can you
Tag.
Like tags, but tags.
Yeah.
Or hags.
Tags.
Or rags. Wags.
Tags. 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 Am I doing it? Tags.
Close enough.
Anywho's, yeah. So they're predetermined. You can suggest some. I actually don't really like that they're predetermined, but I understand how it will help avoid things like everybody using, like all the top streamers using one tag. So what do you guys think about, I mean, for starters, removing IRL and creative and creating a billion subcategories instead?
Fucking ridiculous. What are they thinking? Oh my god.
By the way, on the last podcast I was on, we discussed a lot like what it would look like, and I more or less got confirmation that they would all be categories similar to different game
games.
categories. Yeah, they wouldn't be like their own category.
I feel like they're trying, like, what they're gonna do is they're all gonna be like separate categories, right? And so, like, for example, sports and fitness will be like super low down, and what they're trying to do with the tagging system is compensate this lack of front page exposure and by
Searchability or
yes, discoverability, and I don't know how
But I
it'll work.
still don't know how that would apply.
Yeah.
Because, like, maybe I really would like to see some sports and fitness streams, but I've never really been exposed to it, and now I probably never will be. Because I feel like they will recommend those kind of streams to people who search for those kind of streams. As opposed to, I feel like there's probably so many people on Twitch who didn't know that they liked ASMR, but when that kind of thing started rising in the IRL section, they started watching more
Couldn't
ASMR
they
content.
make it more into like subcategories? But it'd still be under like the IRL.
So that's what
umbrella?
I was thinking. Like,
And you
imagine
could-
you could go in the IRL
yeah.
section, and then there's filters at the top, and you can choose. Okay, I want this type. I want sports. I want this. I want tabletop. I want podcast, ASMR, that kind of stuff. But they're doing it.
They're doing that with tags.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Do you know what I discovered recently? I don't really like browse IRL that much, but the more and more people I talk to, like just in the scene, like ASMR is pretty popular.
I was talking with Aria about this last night. We were just looking through ASMR channels. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this shit is so bad. I need to get on that train.
I didn't actually think there was that much hype about it. I honestly was just in my like Poki ASMR bubble. She does ASMR, and that's all I really like know about.
No,
But then like
the community is
there's a
huge.
real niche like
Audience.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Huge.
it's not even that niche anymore.
It's pretty mainstream, and there's like different types of ASMR. It's not strictly just talking. I think there's a lot of cooking channels that do something similar where it goes with that same vibe, where there's no talking, you just hear. And
I could see Albert doing ASMR,
ASMR magic.
ASMR
that'd be cool.
Legos, ASMR freaking anything.
ASMR brushing Temmie's fur.
Yeah.
I would do that.
I remember a long time ago, I suggested Lily has like a Temmie show, like Temmie Tuesdays on her channel.
Every Tuesday, it's just Temmie.
Just a live stream of Temmie. She like does the circle thing, boop, boop for 7 hours.
But it's like she would get bored after like 10 minutes.
Anywho's, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we already discussed this a fair bit on the other podcast, but you guys are people who are in IRL way more than me or even probably Fed, because you guys do different creative stuff. I just want to hear from you guys, like, are you really, like, do you put yourselves in the IRL category because you know it brings more traction? How do you think that'll affect you? Maybe your music streams, your art streams?
they're actually one of the only two people that I know that like when they instead of doing IRL and they switch to music, they actually switch to like the music category and don't just like chill in IRL.
No. We stay.
When I can, if it's like purely music, I'll do music. If it's purely
Yeah,
art, I'll
yeah.
do creative. But most of the time, what happens is like I don't always draw. I don't always play music. I like talk to my chat. I just hang out. Then I feel bad that I'm in the music category, but I'm not playing music. So I'm like, what do I do?
Do you like do you only feel bad about not being strictly whatever category you're in, or do you also like realize that IRL will always bring way more traction, especially considering like you're already really well known?
It's because I have like an audience that will watch me that I don't mind being in the correct category. But I can imagine like if I were a smaller streamer and I wanted some more viewers or whatever, I could see myself just staying in IRL.
Well, I could feel like it. Well, I think with the new categories, I think the current bigger streamers in IRL will probably take a hit. So
I agree.
Yes.
I think Fed will probably feel it a little bit. I'm not sure how it will pan out, but I think it will definitely help people who are specialists in those smaller categories. But I still think overall, like you have a less chance kind of like having your channel blow up if you're just like a top streamer in one of those smaller sections versus the way that it is right now.
I will say I was looking at my stats the other day, and it's like anywhere from like 70 to 80% of my viewers for like any given stream come from my followers, and then some of it, let's say 10%, come from like discoverability, like the front page.
Really?
Yeah, that's just for me. So I think it'll hurt my growth, but I don't think it'll hurt like I don't think it'll kill my channel.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But and help smaller streamers maybe.
Yeah.
No, I'm really, really curious as to whether this type of thing would help smaller streamers at all. So I
Remember
want to
how it
hear
used
like
to be, though?
your logic regarding it. Yeah.
Like before, there used to be just creative, right? And was IRL? Did IRL exist alongside creative, or did they add IRL later?
After creative.
After creative, right?
I don't
Yes,
remember
after
the
creative.
order. Yeah.
I mean, you probably had the most experience because you would draw under creative, right?
Yeah, it was after creative.
Um,
I think, was it after creative? Was it after creative?
'cause I
All I
know-
remember is mukbang. I think was like the first one added.
I think so, because
Oh,
I
you're
remember
right.
I got in trouble for drawing on stream.
Every
This
time.
isn't video game related. I remember, like, I'll draw stars from Super Mario.
Yeah.
It's video game related now, but and then I remember being like, oh, they
It
finally
was
added
after
a creative
Yeah.
section. So yeah, it was after creative.
Creative and then IRL.
But I guess let's go back to your main point about if it'll help smaller streamers. The way I see it is like, let's say I watch Albert, he's doing a sports and outdoor stream, okay, I can't believe I'm gonna start saying this every day. So he's doing a sports and outdoor stream, and he finished his streaming, and I guess their tagging system or algorithm or whatever will recommend me to a stream like that isn't necessarily as big as you. It could be like 20, 30 viewer stream, and it's like, oh, go watch this streamer, or maybe it'll autoplay to that stream or auto host to that stream. I don't know, but that's maybe a way it could work.
Only if big streamers utilize those smaller subcategories, which I think is gonna be unlikely.
Oh, so wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, are you saying that us? No, sorry. Let's say you as a big streamer would like not use those tags.
Sports and here, let me just go through some example ones. Am I gonna use arts and hobbies? Personally, no. I'm sure some of you guys will. Am I gonna use hobbies and craft, food and drink, music and performing arts, beauty and body art? I don't use any of those. Science and tech, nope. Just chatting, maybe, but like probably not. Even if I am like just chatting. Travel and outdoors. Where do you even put like when we're just like memeing together, like
Just
when we
chatting.
go somewhere?
Just
Travel
chatting.
and
Chatting.
outdoors.
No, travel outdoors is when we go outside to do stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean like if we have like the IRL backpack and we're like going to the grocery store, travel and outdoors.
I think-
outdoors.
Yeah.
And we're still outdoors.
I think
Okay.
Jake and Bake was concerned about that, and people were saying just like if you're like a travel oriented or like travel oriented streamer, you'd probably just use that one.
Travel and
Like
outdoors.
even if you're just like doing regular things outside in a place you're normally not from, right? That would technically be under that because you're exploring the culture.
Also, I think you and I have talked about like them reinforcing like people using the correct category. But like, why don't they reinforce it today? Like
what?
we're on the IRL section, but we're not on the podcast section right now.
There's a podcast session. Oh, talk shows. I wouldn't consider like talk show podcast.
See, like I don't know if like they'll even give a hoot about.
They will,
Do you think
because this is a big step.
do you
Currently,
think the same thing will happen where everyone just migrates to one category?
I
That's
honestly.
what happened with IRL.
Just talking.
right? But it's
Just
like
chatting.
obviously they see this has happened before, and they see that not reinforcing these things leads to that outcome. So that's why I feel like they heavily will, especially if they're doing a lot of things to try to see how it helps. Like tabletop RPG, is that like if we do board games?
Yeah,
More
like-
games.
Oof.
That
D&D.
sucks though.
Yeah.
Because like when we did like that one Mafia stream, for example, if we did the same thing but put it in like an obscure category, it would have had like half the viewers. You know?
You think so?
Special event. I think so.
I mean,
Or maybe not like half, but like 2/3.
Okay.
Yeah.
but I guess like that's the problem. Everyone wants to just be in one category right now just for the views, and no one's in like the right category.
Yeah. Like I can definitely see that. Like
It's just a growth factor for me. Like, front page is like, for me, like I said personally, like 8% new viewers per stream, which is like.
But you have to think about how you grew. And I'm telling you 100%, like for all of us being able to do these IRL streams, we're at the top because like we're as a group or we're all on the same stream or whatever it is, has helped like tremendously.
Yeah, and it all
So
adds
maybe
up.
now,
It-
like
it
6
all-
months into your streaming,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, everybody follows me now. But like way
Yeah.
back when, same with Jake. Like Jake has grown consistently and he does a lot of things right, obviously. But, and of course he has said how being in IRL and having those like viewers trickle down and making it easier for people to check out his channel has helped a lot. So I wonder, like, maybe it'll help marginally to have viewers that are more interested in specifically what you're doing. Sure. But I can't see people like blowing up in the same way that like Jake has.
I mean, I think the way I see it is there's a lot of games that have a very strong niche following, right? And you have like StarCraft 2, which, you know, is not a huge game now, but there's consistent followers. But essentially, these categories are going to fragment IRL into these smaller games, right? Because they're basically like when you go to the game category or whatever, that's going to be like whatever, like tabletop or hobbies and crafts is going to be one of those categories. So. And people, I think generally, if they're just like randomly searching on Twitch, they'll like look to see what games have the most viewers from the top. And IRL is usually up there, and I think
Yeah.
that drives people towards there. But now that's fragmented to 10 different categories, it's going to be like near the bottom of that. And I think it's definitely going to be harder in terms of exposure for a lot of people, especially coming in. So
discoverability has always been not that great for smaller streamers.
Yeah, I mean the only way to really check like new streamers without like search or scrolling all the way to the bottom is go to your homepage, and like even that's like pretty scuffed.
I feel like there has to be a better way to do
Yeah,
that.
if you go to twitch.tv while you're logged in and you like scroll down, you'll see like channels you may like, recommended channels. Yeah.
Does anyone ever click on those here?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I saw it the other day.
I've done it on my phone before when it's like, you've seen this, maybe you will enjoy these streamers, but it's all streamers I've already seen. I guess we're saying, I guess it'll like help people, because what I'm imagining now is instead of like one big IRL section, it's like a smaller IRL section, but maybe almost all the streams will fit in like the first few rows, right? So it's easier to scroll through. So more people who are specifically interested in that topic will find your channel. But I wonder what they're gonna do about having new people discover things that they didn't know they wanted to watch. Like, I didn't know I wanted to watch some random dude in Japan hit on girls, but I do now, you know? So it's like, how do you pick that, like, because I feel like right now, if you're just a great streamer, you end up in IRL, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll get your following because there's so much traffic to that section.
And it trickles down.
Yeah. But if instead you're in a section that has way less traffic, you're going to pick up the few viewers that are interested in the topic you're streaming, and also that like your stream, but you're not really going to go that much further beyond, you know.
I mean, maybe not immediately, but it could give smaller streamers that little boost of energy. I'm not really sure like how much of an impact it'll actually have.
I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's one of those things I'm not happy about, like to hear about, because like it feels like they're killing a category at the expense of like big streamers, and on like kind of putting a lot of weight and faith in this like tagging system, and it just feels very like random. And there's no like beta testing, it's just gonna happen when, like in September, I don't know, but we'll see.
You guys have any
like, I think it hurts people who have a wide variety of interests, because IRL, I think for a lot of us, or like I think me, Fed, and Lily, we do more variety content, which generally speaking, like if we're bouncing from all these different categories every day with no consistency, because sometimes Lily's like, hey, I want to do art today, I want to do music tomorrow, and you're like, I want to build Gundams today, and you know, and then tomorrow I want to try doing teaching magic tricks. It's hard for like your viewers to like I mean, like your followers will still follow you, but for like new people trickling in, like it's harder for them to like they're like, this is the guy who does a ton of random shit, and we want to follow him because he has like an interesting perspective on stuff or whatever. And I think that makes it a little bit harder for variety streamers, because we're not like specialized in that one thing that we're doing. And so if you don't have that following built up already, then it makes it that much harder. So
have you guys noticed, I mostly want to ask like Albert, I think, especially because I feel like you're one of, well, you and Fed are like one of the newer creators here per se.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe you guys will have a better understanding of how switching from categories can affect your viewership.
Dude, I mean, whenever you switch categories, there's always like a drop. There's always a drop, and like if what you're doing is fun for you and fun for chat, it goes back up. So it's not really.
But like, I feel like you are definitely saying this from the perspective of someone who's already built a community. I'm talking like when you are like just starting.
Well, I'm still like closer to that phase where I think it depends on what I switch over to. Like I get consistently the most viewership when I do IRL, but sometimes like I just play weird games.
Papers, please.
So I'm playing a game where you play as an immigration control. You're the guy that basically denies people entry into your country.
You should play a Poki. It's very interesting.
Papers, like
papers.
Yeah.
Please.
You deny them, Like
Or you
grant
let them
them
pass.
access to their country.
And then like later in the game, basically you get more complex situations where it's someone who's like a family and like they're a married couple and one person has their documents, the other person doesn't. So you
do you
choose:
do?
do you let them go or you don't?
Oh, but
What
the
the-
caveat is like you also have a family to feed depending on how many people you let in. So if you mess up too much,
Wait, so like you have like, do you make money if you deny or?
No,
how
no,
do
you make money for correctly passing or accepting or denying people.
like correct assessments basically. But if you make too many incorrect ones, you don't get enough money. Then all your your
Yeah.
house's heat, food, medicine, and your family members can suffer for it.
Yeah.
Too.
This is so sad.
And apparently there's like 20 different endings, so depending on like
I
whether
read up
you
on all of them.
Kind of off topic, but I really enjoy the kind of games that have like a bajillion endings. Or
Why
they
haven't
give-
you played Detroit yet?
I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
It seems like
I
a game you really gotta sit down and really immerse yourself in.
Yeah.
You did that with Pokemon. Just do it again.
Yeah, and it's way shorter than Pokemon.
Yeah, but the nostalgia is like.
Detroit is really good.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
Is it shorter than Pokemon?
It's only 11
He was
hours.
speed running that shit.
Didn't you have it on like
Speed
2
run.
times
Yeah,
speed too?
or
That
whatever.
doesn't count.
Well, I didn't not 2 times speed, but just speed up like the tedious stuff. Like
It's like the whole game. Just kidding.
you're not wrong, something.
But yeah, no, I feel like that will be like decently long,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks so good.
Wait, you guys
Yeah.
haven't
So
played
good.
it?
I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay.
I like
Aw.
suck at playing games.
Well, not like enough to spoil, but it looks so
You
good.
know, Detroit. You can't suck at Detroit. It's like,
Yeah, there are no
Well-
wrong choice. Well,
oh,
you will reach the end no matter what choices you make.
Yeah.
maybe with or without a few
Yeah.
extra people.
I mean, everyone dying is also an ending. So
I feel.
That's true.
No, what I mean for me is like I suck at playing games, and that like chat has to like force me to play a game. Like Doki Doki, they had to like force me to play that game. I didn't want to play like any games, but like if something's like that good or hype, then maybe I'll give into it. But it's so hard for me because I just like chilling. Oh, and that's the other thing. I mean, I don't know how off topic we're gonna go. Like,
Just say it.
It's a pod.
like,
Just talk.
like
just
talk-
talk.
like
Forheed.
playing a game and talking to chat at the same time. Like, I can't do that for the life of me, and I think that's mainly why I don't game and stream
much.
because
I
it's
pick
such
games.
a like
Yeah.
such a skill.
I think there are specific games that let you talk with your chat more. Like I noticed, for example, when I play League of Legends, I can't. It's really hard. I'm already bad at League, right? So adding chat on top of that just makes me like
Double
even
bad.
worse than that. I don't even.
Yeah.
But for example, when I played Hearthstone, right?
Oh,
I could
yeah.
talk to chat so
Yeah.
easily. It was so nice.
Yeah, and there's games like that which are really cool, like Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so the interaction was like really positive.
Yeah, Pokemon would be a really good. Detroit too, to some extent.
Detroit you can because there's pauses between making choices sometimes. Like
Pause is crazy.
so during the choice you're like, oh my god, what should I do? What should I do? And then you ask your chat.
And
Some-
they just spoil the whole thing. for
Kill
you.
him! Kill him!
Yeah.
Chat's gonna be like.
But sometimes they also have the time limit thing, so you have to make the choice really soon, so you can't consult your chat.
Okay.
Aw.
But yeah, I sometimes just like chatting too, like without anything to distract me. That's
Okay.
nice. Or like drawing. That's why I like drawing too. You can easily talk to chat while drawing. Music, not so much, but
Well, music you can. I think you perform the thing and then you
And then you
chat
talk.
in between the songs, and then you can use chat as a way to kind of like control like
play Shelter.
yeah. But then there's only so many times you can play the same songs, and I think music is one of the
sick of
hardest
Shelter. It's hard.
categories because the burnout is so real. People want to hear the
Dude, I
same
can't
stuff.
imagine.
Over and
Dude,
over
every time I come on your stream, we're like playing "Dearly Beloved."
Because that's the only song you know.
That's different.
I
That's
taught
different.
Fed Dearly Beloved, so every time he plays piano with me, it's the same song.
Chat just wants Shelter, Unravel, Ocean Man,
Ocean Man, yes.
Brain Power.
Brain power. That's why I've been trying to do like music improv. Like I try to do like, oh yeah, okay, this is a song when you enter a dungeon, and then we just like improv off of that. That's like a lot more fun for me.
We
but
should do a stream where people do improv scenes while we do the music.
I really want to do
over.
that. That'd be really cute.
And then you guys have to
Dude, I just
want
wanna
to
do, like,
scene based on what
An
it sounds like.
improv stream.
That'd be very,
Like the way that we do it as a group, but like with a camera set up, and then you guys can be the hosts like you were last time. Basically, stream what we did last time.
That was really
would have been
fun.
that would be really funny.
Last time we tried like an improv practice off stream because we didn't know how it's gonna be. So I want people to be comfortable, right? The whole point is to be comfortable with yourself too. And it was really cute. Like everyone did a really good job. I kind of wish we streamed it.
Yeah,
more.
I think. Well, I think it's also a I think for a lot of people, they were very uncomfortable doing it on camera the first time because, you know, first time doing improv, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the first time I tried it, I was like pissing myself. It was like so nerve wracking. But after like the fourth or fifth time, you get used to it. It's
Even
fun.
if you make mistakes, like who cares?
Mistakes
No one's
are funny
perfect.
And mistakes are
Mistakes
are
are
great.
funny.
But I think that first time you're doing it, like when you make a mistake, it feels really bad. Like, yeah.
You're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Brain shuts down.
Yeah, and you're like, what do
Yeah.
I say? Then you're like, I gotta say something funny, and most of the time that doesn't turn out funny. Alright.
I think we can make it work. Anyways, back to the original topic.
We got
Oh,
really
yeah.
fast.
Categories.
geez.
For the
Tags.
categories, this is my prediction. The category called Just Chatting will be the new IRL.
Uh-huh.
And that will be in the top 5 to 10 games pretty consistently. And everything else will be irrelevant. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I feel like everything else kind of
Yeah,
And you're going to have to focus a lot more on having people follow your channel and getting exposure elsewhere instead of getting exposure via whatever
category,
section you're in or expecting anything like that. Thoughts?
I really wonder, like, if tagging is going to be one of those things that people will abuse, you know? Kind of like
I think
YouTube
it
videos.
depends, like, just where they put it, you know?
I'm listening. We're listening. But yeah,
Anyways, yeah, I think it really depends where they put it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Like, if they have it as a prominent thing that you can click and look through, or if they just have it, like, communities right now. I've never looked through a community.
I don't even know what a community is.
Anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Have
Well,
you guys
it's
used
gone.
communities? I've only used it purposefully once to tag myself under offline TV. That's it.
That's
I don't even know how it
is
works.
that what that
that's
is?
what that is.
the
Oh,
team
okay,
thing
so-
you
No.
mentioned?
There are teams where, like, you can invite people to your team, and then there are communities where it's like anime lovers. And offline TV could have been a team or it could have been a community, but for some reason it was like community, whereas it should have been a team. Communities, like, you can attach yourself to a community, I think, right? Yeah, you just say, I am part of
Yeah, mine-
hentai lovers.
What is yours?
I think
Offline TV?
I think I
I
added
saw it on Albert's, and I was
Yes.
like, I should do
Am I
that.
in it?
You have to manually do it yourself on your dashboard.
Oh wow.
You literally
Streamers,
just,
by the
you
way.
have like a few weeks to use it, and then
And then bye-bye.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yep.
see. Well, aren't they getting rid of that? Then
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 2
Yeah.
weeks to use it, or however many. I don't know.
Can we
Tag?
get a streamer house tag? I am in a streamer house.
Aside from Just Friends, I can't think of anyone else who's in a streamer house.
You
with,
just
like-
don't know of them, but
with,
there's
like-
a lot.
there are
Oh, like,
people.
okay.
You know, there was someone that, like, trademarked streamer house or something, and they were like
The
pissed
term?
other people were using it. Yeah,
Wait,
they're
who?
like, we are the real streamer.
Wait, who?
Oh, that's like the name of the house.
Here's
streamer
the thing.
House?
What?
I don't even know. You know, like, I couldn't even tell you what their name is. You just hear about it, and you're like, the fuck.
Hmm.
I think most of them are like more traditionally esports teams, right?
Pardon?
Like for streaming houses, like
Oh.
they're on like esport brands.
The big ones, yeah.
FaZe, TSM.
But
Oh,
this
yeah.
person, I had no idea who they were. I just knew that, like, I don't know, they got together and they trademarked it.
If I'm a streamer and I live with my best friend who's also a streamer,
Streamer house.
is that a streamer? I'm just
Streamer
wondering
house.
what constitutes a stream. There's a minimum amount of people.
Do you have to
or
live in an actual house, or can it be an
apartment,
apartment?
for example?
Streamer condo. Streamer box.
Okay, streamer apartment.
It's whatever you want it to be. But I don't really know. What do you guys think? Are tags gonna be useful?
Depends on how it's
People use
implemented.
them.
I think there'll be like a small amount of people that use them. Maybe, I think it's honestly.
No, I think everybody, like, has to use them,
Really?
or, like, you use it yourself.
And you tag your particular stream for the day.
Are you sure?
That's what it says in the note.
Ah.
I think people.
You can.
So I guess for the day, you're like, hey, I'm going to be building Legos.
I'm a Lego streamer.
I'm a Lego streamer today.
But have you guys read through the? You know what? keep talking. I'm gonna find you guys a list just so we have a
Okay.
better understanding of this.
Yeah, I didn't see any documents.
Because the list is it's interesting.
I don't know. This tagging thing, I'm not sure about it all.
I'm hungry.
Did you eat it all?
No, I just woke up. I woke.
For the record, it's 6:39 p.m.
Okay, listen. I just wanted to keep sleeping.
Why is it so hard to find articles?
I don't know.
Are you?
Am I
What's the
Googling it?
website
Yeah.
called? It's called
What do you want to eat for dinner? What do you want to eat for dinner?
Edible stuff.
I don't fucking know.
Not edibles, just edible things.
Okay.
But
I want sushi.
I mean, it doesn't really.
Can a mod link it? Hey mods, can a mod link it?
Oh no, Albert's flexing.
Twitch is ditching IRL.
Oh,
That sounds
I found
so bad.
I found it. Okay, listen,
This is
Polygon
every day.
and whatchamacallit, Kotaku, Mumaku, they're always gonna make shit sound bad, okay?
Yeah.
That's how they
no,
are.
I mean, that's
Twitch
essentially what they're doing.
ditches IRL and Ninja kills female streamers.
What? Is that actually? No way.
No, I'm just, but like you couldn't tell, right?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's like actually.
Okay, I remember they had like, we're also introducing togs.
Cogs.
Togs. Yeah, how do tags work? They will describe your stream everywhere viewers can find. So it's going to be like on the thumbnail, beside the title,
Ooh.
directory pages, homepage, search, channel, everything. It'll be shown beside your video thumbnail, stream title, and the gamer category you're streaming. Directory pages and browse pages will be updated to let viewers filter by tags. Tags. So I think maybe it's the kind of thing where it's like you do go into a section and you can click.
A drop down menu and like those tags are there.
Interesting.
Similar to other websites.
All right. I'm just gonna see how this works.
I don't know.
Learn by experience.
I just want to see the list. Oh yeah, here's the list of initial tags. So there's,
God.
I don't know what 100% means, but that's a tag. So like 100 emoji, I'm gonna be
Wait,
under that.
100%?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
100% emoji.
Wait, why is
No, it's just 100%.
and percent symbol.
Wait, what?
But like I'm taking it as like 100 emoji.
like an art
Always, you know,
Wait, when would you
like
use
in art
that?
class, yeah.
class. I would never use it.
AMA, animals, animation, area control,
Basketball.
arena,
control-
Is Gundams on there?
baking,
Beginner players. Oh, I'm gonna be using
Is
that.
Oh,
Magic
I'm gonna
on
be
there?
using that one too.
business. Boy, I'm gonna tag mine 100% business, serious talks or something.
behind the scenes
Flex emoji, flex emoji, flex emoji.
birthday.
Are there
Ooh.
Birthday?
Yeah, I'll be using
Boy,
that
I'm
every day.
tagging my every day, bro. Oh, that's actually kind of cute to be able to hashtag
no,
birthday
who-
once a year.
That's
yeah,
actually really cute.
like if I had $1 billion, I would just every day go to Twitch,
you
tag
have to,
birthday.
you have to put your birthday when you sign
give
up
them
for Twitch, right?
$1,000.
I think so.
So they better make sure, you know.
They better
it's-
reinforce that is what
you
you're
know,
saying.
it's
Well,
your
what if it's your birthday and we're celebrating it on my stream?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
I'm gonna just hashtag birthday every day and say, well, there's this one guy in my chat and it's his
Yeah.
birthday, so like I can hashtag
what if
birthday,
what
right?
if it's your birthday and we live together? Can I put birthday tag? No.
Maybe.
I think if the stream is around the person's
No,
whose
no, it doesn't matter.
First
we live together.
playthrough, game show, hashtag gaming. Hashtag gaming.
I'm gonna
Wait.
just hashtag first playthrough every time I play League. Hey guys, my first time playing.
So instead of,
Lego.
Oh, there's a Lego.
Okay, what about Gundams?
tag.
Gundams.
Okay, there's no Gundam.
What about magic
No.
tricks, card tricks,
Ooh.
cardistry, butterfly
Is
knives?
there a piano tag?
Wait, I
Well,
don't-
there you go, Twitch.
Can we just have an Albert tag?
Techwear.
Fan art, fantasy
there
sports,
fashion?
Fashion.
fiber arts, whatever that means. Hairstyling.
That's cool.
No one's gonna use that.
I
No
would use.
way.
I would use it.
For what?
Cutting people's hair naturally.
You did that once. I did Fed's hair once. It's just like there are
yeah.
certain tags that are only ever gonna be used like once a year.
I can cut your hair repeatedly.
Every day.
If
you
you
do one
want.
strand. eBay.com/lilypichu.
No, we've seen Lily cut hair. No bueno.
No, it's not that bad. It didn't turn out that bad.
Ugh.
What is no major glitches?
I have no idea.
What?
I don't know. It's a hashtag. Music performance, playing with viewers,
Ranked.
Cute playing
Ranked.
with viewers.
shopping, singing, sit and go, sponsored. I definitely want to hashtag my. Imagine looking through and being like, I really want to watch a sponsored stream right now. Filter.
So many tags.
I wonder if that's for sponsors
Wait,
themselves.
I know I asked this.
So you don't have to do hashtag ad.
I know I asked this last podcast, but did they give a set limit as to like how many tags you can put on yourself?
There must be.
But some will be automatically applied by Twitch. Oh, okay.
100% first playthrough birthday.
Speed.
Tags will not be user generated, but you. Oh yeah. That's like you can't make your own, but you can manually select the ones that apply to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
these
So,
tags are already like
Yeah, but you can suggest new ones.
okay. So you can't make up your own tag.
girl gamer.
Yes.
Yikes.
You know, I never thought that was a bad tag because, like, personally speaking, I mostly prefer watching girls stream. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fair.
That's fucked up.
But it's just because, like, you know, you watch girls and like you relate to them. And you're like, you know.
Yeah, I do the same with boys.
So-
when I watch Albert stream, I'm like, yum, yum, yum. I'm just kidding.
Wait, you don't do that.
No.
And I
that's
feel
bad.
like there's a lot of. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of guys who sometimes just want to watch girls. It's like just let them filter
I'm
to it. Why
sure
not?
there are.
Why not? More viewers. Anywho.
I guess, like, generally speaking, I guess overall, this will make Twitch less top to bottom and kind of help everyone.
Hopefully.
I guess that's the goal here,
Yeah.
Mhm.
ultimately.
Hopefully. I'd have literally just have to see this.
Yeah, I would
pan
be
out.
really happy if tags did accomplish that. But I still feel like there's going to be a meta to them.
Oh yeah.
Like the most
Always
popular
gonna be a
ones,
meta,
you know?
Clickbait
100%.
We'll see how much that affects the
What is
overall
100%?
idea.
I'm still curious.
Yeah, me too. Chat, what's
What's
100%?
100%?
Oh, is it like when you do a game and you 100% it?
Oh.
You get every accomplishment.
Every achievement.
Oh,
That's not as
Probably.
I used to do that.
I'm still going to
That's
do
not
it
as
because, like, 100
exciting.
emoji.
Dude, I was that kid on PlayStation 3 who would like always go for 100% trophies.
It's a speed run thing.
Oh, it's a speedrun
Oh, the
thing?
speedrunning thing?
Oh,
Yeah. It's a
Oh.
speed run tag.
oops.
I didn't know
That
that.
makes sense.
Alright, we're not using
We're
that.
fake gamers.
Alright.
Also, sorry if I sound scuffed. I'm like sick. My bad.
It's okay. Don't
No major
apologize for
glitches and
being
100% are
sick-fed.
both speedrunning.
Don't
tags.
apologize.
I'm just saying.
You sound
So
great, Fed.
hungry.
The tea helps a lot, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this will all go live mid-September. That's pretty soon. That's a month.
Yeah.
Monka S.
Yeah.
Yo, what if just like it goes live and we just like all lose half our viewers? The entire website is just forever changed. Actually, here's an interesting question I have for you all. I remember on the other podcast we discussed the idea of, and let me know if you guys share this sentiment or not. But sometimes, for example, if I'm looking through Twitch and I'm just like, I just want to watch some shit. I don't know what shit. I want to watch some shit. I'll be like, gaming, nah. I'll just go to IRL. And I'm like 99% sure I'm going to click on like one of the top 3 to 5 things, right? So just the idea of whether there are a lot of viewers that watch really popular streams, that if they found some smaller streamers, they would rather watch those. Basically, is the content that the top streamers put out really the best? I know obviously that's debatable, but in general, do you guys really feel like on Twitch, because Twitch is like viewer specific, as opposed to YouTube, I find a lot of really smaller YouTube channels that I really enjoy. But Twitch is just like, you always see the top at the front of the page.
Sometimes people just want to watch what everyone else is watching. I noticed.
They want to be
Yeah.
part of
They want to
an
be
active
part of
community.
like, yeah.
Aw.
And I guess you're saying maybe sometimes the content isn't necessarily like top 5 worth. It's just what people default to. Is that what you're getting at? Okay. No,
Like, I'm basically asking, is it true that a lot of people that watch the top streamers would have a better time watching other content on Twitch that they just don't know exists?
I see what you mean.
Or does good content always end up getting the traction and exposure it deserves?
I think there's like two sides of this. I think there's like good content that it just will always like float up to the top, and then there's also personality. Because sometimes I could be watching like one of my favorite streamers, and like they could be doing like nothing. They could be doing like just chilling, laying on their couch doing nothing.
And you
and like
still watch because of their personality.
yeah.
They don't have to be good at the game too, because their personality is so engaging. Like watching them fail at the game or
It's
trying to
still
learn it is
funny.
funny. Case in point. So
I felt very called out right
What?
now. I feel very
no,
called
no,
out.
no.
Lily, you're a
I'm
great
giving you a
streamer.
compliment, all right?
You know, I told you, people have come into my stream when I play Fortnite. I didn't know there was someone worse than me, and they watched me because I am so cool.
But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things.
Because I've kind of tried to look into this idea a bit more by watching a lot of smaller streamers. And I feel like a lot of the people that I see blow up, I'm never surprised by it.
I know what you mean.
And that sounds so weird. And I'm never like, no ideas in like, I discover these people. But it's like a lot of people that I see grow, I'm like, yeah, like I knew they would. When I saw Jake at 200 viewers, I knew he'd get a lot more. I saw EXBC at 200 viewers too. I was like, they're gonna pop off. They're doing something special, unique, and they're very interactive and engaging. And whenever I see people that I don't like, whenever I see someone who has streamed for a long time and I don't see them gain traction, but I expect them to, all I have to do is like watch their stream for a while, and I kind of can figure out why. And I don't know if that's just because like I'm so used to the Twitch algorithm and how things work in this space, or if like I really am missing out and there's like a ton of great content out there that is just being overshadowed by this algorithm of the top gets bigger.
I think there's like a certain culture or type of streamers that people generally will gravitate towards. I think being like it's like either you are the best at what you do, or you have a great personality and you're still pretty good at the thing that you're doing. I think that's true for like most games, right? Like you couldn't be like you're playing League. I think if you're anything under like high diamond, it's hard to get a lot of viewers unless you're like a strictly like a personality
Just like
based,
known for being really bad.
or you're known for being really bad, or that's the thing that you try as like a variety thing to mix up your normal streaming thing, right? And with that being said, it seems like there's some streamers like who are more chill. They don't have that kind of hyphiness that's going to garner huge audiences. Right? People want to see crazy stuff. They want to see like the Logan Paul kind of like escalation. They want to see how you can top yourself within the next like oh my god, that last one was so crazy. I wonder what they're going to do next. And that kind of anticipation will drive like attention.
Your community. The hype.
And then, but I think that's kind of dangerous too, right? Because you eventually hit a point where you feel like you can't top yourself, or you need to kind of take huge risks, or put other people in an uncomfortable situation to kind of create these moments. And it's almost harder doing it on Twitch than it is on YouTube, because on YouTube at least you have the luxury of being able to edit it, chop, or like live. It's like you have to figure out how to do it and sustain it over a long period of time, like not just a 5-minute video.
I don't think I could ever do that.
That's hard.
Yeah. So I've kind of been like, all right, I'm just going to build Gundams and Legos to fill in time between, like
doing
bigger
the
music
stuff.
streams and hypey stuff, because I know that's not the kind of person I am, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem. Like I always have, I go through like phases of that where like I want to like IRL. Like if I got IRL every day, I would, but it's so hard to like come up with like freaking interesting content to like IRL.
I think we're lucky in a sense, like our fans will watch us.
Yeah.
Even if we're just sitting here.
I feel like
talking.
Yeah, offline TV as a whole, the way we've like cross promoted each other is in a very like personal manner, as in like people get to see your interactions and they get attached to those things. So it's immediately personality. Like, we don't sit here and do like gameplays and duos together, and that's why people like us, because we're like #1 ranked, right?
Yeah,
so like
they don't watch us for the gameplay.
it's just like implied that that's the way people become fans of each other, which is really nice. So
like
as a
more
whole, like Streamer House is fucking A+.
It's more sustainable for sure, because all you have to do is be yourself.
Yeah, but to answer your, like, I guess your initial question was, you asked if this new system will like help put more eyeballs on other streamers because
that like really deserve it. Yeah.
Because they're making good content. I do think it'll put more eyeballs on those people, but I think it's up to like the streamers to like Albert was saying, continue that level of consistency and continue to grow. Because if you just do the same thing over and over again, like,
I think you're gonna hit a wall at some
there
point.
will be a wall.
Plateau.
Because there's only so many people who will watch you do that one thing, unless it happens to be the biggest thing.
They watched you watch paint dry.
That's true.
I just thought of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people watching you.
And it got me banned, so thanks.
Watch.
Thanks.
Oops.
Next time we will be better prepared.
Yes,
Yeah.
next time.
We will
If there is a
have-
next time.
Oh, there will be.
Oh, that's
But
the,
something different.
that's just the other thing I want to talk about. It's like, you know how like people can donate and like they can say whatever they want and like it'll read out. Like, why doesn't Twitch give or have like words already sense or
Twitch doesn't
or
do
maybe not Twitch,
donating.
Streamlabs, all those like third party stream elements? Why don't they already have those like
Filters built in.
That's
They do. You can set a profanity filter at the very least, but obviously it's very hard for them to like, they would have to go out of their way to build an algorithm that avoids putting certain sounds together, and on top of that it would probably be problematic in regular sentences, because it's not just like ban this one word, which like everybody does.
Yeah.
We will all have like the N word in our ban list, our own like manually
Yeah.
typed in ban
But
list, but
there's-
people always like do different characters and stuff.
You know, like they space it out, or
And
they,
then they make it sound like something else. When
Yeah.
you thank
Yeah.
you for the sub, it's like, oh, thank you for the sub.
Yeah.
I just think there should be some like level of like caution already like given to us, because like I didn't actually know, but I didn't have any like profanity filters whatsoever. Like I checked after that stream, I'm like, I have actually nothing,
Yikes.
like not a single one. So
You learn by experience.
yeah, but I did have like the obvious stuff, like, you know, N-word, stuff like that. But when they donated, it was like special characters.
Yeah.
you know?
Destiny needs to
So
send that list
so
to
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Make it publicly
Sell it.
available. Yes.
and I asked Destiny to
Yes.
send me it, and it's literally this essay of just like words.
So to explain, Destiny has this list of just like bad words in a bunch of different formats and characters that he
yeah.
just like copy pastes into his ban donation words, which is so useful. Can you like forward that, please?
Yeah,
Me
no.
too.
Yeah.
I actually don't
It
have
should be like a streamer care package, you know? That
Exactly.
everyone should
Care
get.
package?
We
Yeah.
could actually make something like that.
Yeah.
Streamer care package. That sounds
they
really
can't make it
cute.
public though. Then people will know what's banned, and then they'll find ways around it.
It's a long list. If
If-
you're gonna go
if
through
there
that
are.
whole thing and make sure, then like props to you. Okay, you can get your 2 seconds of spotlight.
There will be people like that.
Yeah. Let's sell it. Just kidding.
All right, next up, have you guys seen the Riot article? Ooh, I don't even.
Dude, I like read the Riot article and I couldn't continue reading it because it felt so.
Bro culture.
Yeah, it felt so like real.
Bad.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I didn't I was actually reading it on stream and I was just like, okay, I don't know if I should be reading this. This is getting pretty bad. You know what? We're gonna turn this off and I'm gonna read
Yeah,
it
and
later.
then not to mention
Isn't that
like
sad though?
all the other people who came out and
Mm-hmm.
gave their input, their tweets, their blog posts, etc., etc. It was pretty bad.
And like I was pretty on the defensive side at first because like I think Kotaku read it or wrote it.
Yeah, can we try to explain it sort of? And no, I don't even want to do it on my own because it's so hard to explain. So basically, there was an article that was written about sexism culture at Riot Games when you're an employee at Riot, and there were a lot of stories from ex-female rioters, basically talking about issues that they had.
Not even ex-female, like just male writers. As
A
well.
lot of different rioters.
Yeah, and they talked a lot about this like apparent like bro culture where like I don't know, females would constantly be.
Demeaned.
Sorry, when I hear bro culture, I just think of like people like farting in each other's face.
And that's actually what they talked
No,
about.
the article.
Exactly.
too.
Which like that was the thing that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Which is so weird for that to blow my mind, as opposed to hearing about like I was sexually like harassed. I'm like, fuck yeah, that happens. But then I hear like this is a professional space and we like pat each other's ball sacks and fart in each other's faces. When I hear that, I'm like, yikes.
Heard it's not uncommon
world.
in
Yeah.
this kind of industry.
I mean,
though,
In the
is
tech
what I
industry?
heard. Tech industry.
I'm genuinely surprised by that though, because tech is huge at this point. Like y'all make hella money. I'm surprised you aren't professional. And I would expect like people at the top to be making sure of things like that.
well, it also, could also be people at the top, you know.
Who like feed it?
Also
Who
blows
feed
my
into that?
mind.
Yeah.
Okay, question, Albert, Fed.
Okay.
If you
No,
guys,
I've never spanked his ass. No. Actually, I did once.
if you
did.
guys worked in a professional environment, but obviously you're used to like being gamers, whatever, right? If you could work in an environment where it was like very bro culture, you guys like like burping all the time, farting all the time, would you guys enjoy that?
I think
No.
personally, I've always found like success with like diversity because you get like different perspectives. If you just have like a bunch of dudes like working on something, like you'll never get the perspective of like a female in like her mid-30s, you know?
No, I get what you mean, but would that be a comfortable environment for you? I mean, like you've kind of lived in like a frat house-ish, or like just with like a lot of college roommates.
Yeah, I lived with 7 guys at one
Yeah.
point.
So is it
What
kind of like
the
that?
sausage?
Kinda, I guess. But when girls are over, we're very like, you know, very respectful. We're respectful. You know what I mean?
But do you guys talk about them
respect
when they
women.
leave?
Yeah, but I think there's a line. You know, there's always a line on how you talk about women. I don't know. This is like such a long time ago.
It wasn't that long.
To be honest, like when I was living with like in my like frat house, whatever you want to call it, it wasn't a frat. It was just like eight dudes living together, including me. I was always in my attic. Yeah, editing. So I never got really.
Editing addict.
Yeah, I never really got to like completely immerse myself into like, let's just call it the bro culture for now. But I don't know.
I actually had the opposite experience. When I was in college, I lived in dorms for all 8 years, and I was an RA for I think 2 of them. And I lived with primarily like our school was a small liberal arts college, so it was actually more females than guys, and we actually did not have a frat at our school. So it was I think that I guess never had that experience, and to me, I'm still like sort of uncomfortable in those environments because I personally can't really drink. And I don't like being touched.
So I imagine you like wouldn't want
the
someone
whole-
farting in your face, right?
Yeah, no. I don't even want them, you know, giving me a hug. So the concept of a bro culture, I understand it, but it's something that I personally could never like get into. And I'm fine
yeah,
with
but it's
that.
like the
I mean,
farthest thing
this
from
is
a
also
bro
different.
culture.
Like I'm living with these people as opposed to like working with them in like a work environment where you know you have to produce things.
I'm just trying to imagine from like those employees' point of views. I guess it's just like they feel as if like you're as comfortable at a workspace, but you kind of have to be like that has to be your environment of comfort, acting that way, right?
You have to be one of the boys.
Right?
So the way to like fit in, maybe, I don't know.
Probably. I've seen. Do you remember that one Desperate Housewives episode about bro culture? I mean, you weren't watching, but like you came in when I was watching it.
No, yeah.
They
It was
watch
something
so
like
much
that.
Desperate Housewives. It's
Yeah, I
insane.
do. I do.
She does.
I do. Yes. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Okay, so I guess there are 2 issues, but related. The bro culture, but also about all the weird experiences you hear about or that were mentioned in the article regarding sexism at Riot. Did you guys read through the article at all? A little
Not
bit?
all
yeah.
of it.
Well, like, namely, one of the ladies that spoke out said that she had an idea that she presented and it fell flat. But then she told a male coworker to present the same idea in the same manner a week later, and like the same group of people loved it, which blows my mind. And I was just curious if you guys had seen anything similar in gaming, what you guys think of incidents like that, and whether you think they're frequent or prevalent.
I feel like that sort of thing might be frequent, but we don't hear about a lot of the incidents. Me personally, no. But I don't doubt that it happens in workplaces.
I mean, this is also one of those things where, like, I mean, I don't know how big this is at Riot, but maybe no, I don't want to defend them. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying this could be like very like just a bad bunch of bad apples, in Riot, as opposed to like the whole thing.
Riot is a big company.
Yeah, I think most people, they're not bad. Obviously, this is like a subset of Riot.
And I think tech industry is very, very heavily male dominated.
As is,
yeah, and I think especially when you work in like the tech and research departments or engineering departments, it's going to be even more so. Whereas like in more management, and I guess if you're doing like social media or talent management, that's going to be have a better like split between like male to female gender ratio. And my thinking is Riot's definitely not the only company who's at fault. I'm sure a lot of other gaming companies and tech companies are. It's just Riot has been consistently touted as one of the best places to work at. It's gotten
really
like
wanted
top.
to work at Riot.
I think we all like kind of entertained the idea.
I applied for Riot internship
Oh.
4 times every year.
You guys passed up this gem.
Well, I mean,
regret it forever.
To be fair, I didn't really have much to show. I was just, I made a little video here, accept me. The video was like pretty subpar. It's okay though.
It's like, now look at you. You're a full-time content creator now.
Incredible.
Yeah, I guess it kind of worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
I get to live with you monkeys.
I wanted to give Riot the benefit of the doubt too, because like when you think about it, over however many years they've been in business, I'm sure there have been some negative experiences. I mean, that's inevitable in general. But then you like see everybody that's come out on Twitter, like Riot Tiza, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he's worked at Riot a while. If I'm remembering correctly, and he said, tough to read this, but this is dead on about some problems in our house, and that there's no acceptable amount of sexism. As well as like, and this is people who like currently work for Riot, but there's been a lot of like people who used to work for Riot that said the same thing.
I thought the same too after the article, but then like seeing so many people come out of the woodworks and like it just makes you
Makes you realize, oh shit.
this is
Wait,
a thing.
this is a problem.
This is a problem, yeah.
This isn't a random thing. Yeah. But yeah, it was just sad to hear about.
It probably happens like more often than we know too. Except this time it just happens to be public and there's a huge article on it and it got a lot of traction.
And it's something that we all are a part of. We all played League at some point. Like this regularly occurs in other sectors in entertainment and
100%.
everything else.
How do you fix that kind of thing?
Oh, if you find the answer to that, let them know.
I think you really gotta.
I mean, a lot of it's systemic. It comes from like I think media's been doing a lot of work in toward it kind of changes that perspective, right? You see a lot more. Like movies and shows like with like female-centric protagonists, and there is more of a balanced representation in movies that have like women playing like a engineer or computer scientist role. But sometimes you still get those like really stereotyped depictions, and you're like, ugh.
It's a
and this is why like people get these weird perceptions, like, oh, this is a female gamer, or this is a female scientist, and like you get this certain ideas of how they are or how confident they are.
Female lawyer.
It feels like one of those things that like that wasn't brought up when like you're hired. Like no, I guess they didn't really talk about that. Like usually when you come into a company, they establish like rules or like guidelines to follow. Like obviously like sexual harassment, obvious things. And it feels like this is one of those things that like they started doing and just no one called them out, so people just continue to abuse that kind of behavior.
And they did start from a small indie company.
I read through the article and it put a lot of emphasis on the fact that when they hire, they try really hard to find people who are really into gaming. And apparently they really ask you about it. If you're like, yeah, I love WoW, and they're like, okay, but like how much do you love WoW?
So, like, if
how
you're a
many
fake
hours do you play?
gamer.
Yeah. What's your favorite mount? What was your favorite quest, right? So I feel like that's so rough, because if you go so out of your way to be like, we only want gamers and we only want hardcore gamers, you have to expect a certain culture at work. So I don't know.
I don't even know if it's that. I just feel like there's no
Accountability.
yeah.
But that comes from the fact that, like, okay, let's say you're in a room with, like, since you've only hired super hardcore gamers, and let's just say statistically it's like a 9-to-1 ratio. You're in a room where 90% of the people are like hardcore gamer dudes and like 10% are girls, and like one little thing happens and most of the dudes are like, oh, well, I don't know if I should like say anything, whatever, right? And like that's it. You have to make sure that the people that you hire, the people in that room, are people who would speak out against that kind of thing. And when that's the ratio and that's like everybody you've hired is more or less the same type of person, it's just not going to happen.
No, I see what you mean. I don't think it has anything to do with like, because they're hardcore gamers, they're going to like say and do these types of things to women. I just think it's on the individual, and like you said, accountability. Like there's no accountability. And I don't
do you
know.
think any of it has to do with kind of the quote unquote like prestige of being a writer? You know, if someone's new, and then you have like someone who's like, oh, like this is my dream job, and then you're more kind of afraid to speak out because like you just got the job and the turnover rate's really high. I'm sure this happens at other companies too, where like you're just very low on the rung, and there is a certain like prestige that comes with being accepted into Riot, and you.
Hey, I work at Riot.
Like, it's like you worked. Imagine like you worked your ass off in college, and you did a lot of internships, and you did a lot of cool projects just to get into Riot.
Yeah.
And then you find out, oh shit, like these people aren't treating me respectfully, and this is getting borderline creepy. But like would you rather leave the company or keep?
Some people did.
Right? It
people
just
do.
depends on the situation you're in. Some people aren't at liberty to, and they have to stay in their position. It's like, what am I going to do? Leave because I'm getting harassed a bit, or stay because I need
to
food
pay
on
my
my
rent.
plate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In
like not everyone
California.
has the luxury of being able to just leave
Which
your
is
job
really sad.
when it's,
I think you especially need the right people in positions of power. But that's what like scares me the most, because you kind of have to like look up, because the people who have the least power in a company probably aren't the ones that are having the largest effect. And I guess that's what like surprised me the most, because I figured a company that is now so established and I always thought was pretty professional, to hear stories like that.
It's a bit of a shock.
How many employees does Riot have?
A lot.
A lot. And in like a lot of different,
regions too.
yeah.
Do you remember way back when Riot was a lot smaller? Like everyone knew every rioter, and being a rioter was like, oh
The
my gosh,
coolest
you're a rioter.
shit,
It's like,
yeah.
It's pretty interesting how much they've grown and expanded. And then this happens.
I'm crying. Were you gonna say something?
No, it's just a shame. That's it.
Do you guys see any similar issues in the gaming industry in general, or like Twitch culture, or whatever it is?
I feel like when you ask that question, you're asking if we see it in this house because I'm.
I was like, this is where we.
I mean, this is where I like. This is my day to day.
Yeah.
Talking to you guys.
Aw, no.
I mean, do you see it also like in your chat or people like your viewers?
Yeah, that's mostly what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Or like conventions or sponsorships you do, or not so much our house. I don't feel like any of us. I've never farted in Lily's face.
Wait,
Unless
are you
you
asking
ask,
if
then I
we
wouldn't.
see like bro culture or sexism or what exactly?
Either. Yeah.
I mean, for sure in the chat, right? And you must.
Yo, what up, boys?
Does it bother you?
I mean, if I let it bother me, I quit streaming, right?
But still.
I mean, yeah, it sucks that people like to pin, I'm sure you've heard this, all your success is because you're a girl, right? You've probably heard this a million times. And they discredit everything else you do because you're a girl. So, yeah, that does feel kind of poopy, especially if you worked hard to get to where you are, but I mean, I'm sure as time goes on. Sorry,
Dude, for me, it was the craziest part when I'm like reading the article. I'm like, okay, I'll probably take this with like a grain of salt because it could be just a small, like I said, bunch of bad apples. But then I saw like the mountain of tweets that people sent out, kind of confirming it, and I was just like, holy crap, okay, it's wild. But I mean, yeah, this probably exists everywhere, not even just like tech, not even just the tech world.
I think what really bothers me the most is the fact that I don't feel like people differentiate enough between things that are like legitimately an issue and legitimately sexist and things that there's always going to be differences between like males or females, but there's certain things that are like not okay, like you still have to have a certain level of respect for someone regardless of their gender, things like that. But when we have such big fights over like things that I feel like are petty, and I want to come up with like, I don't know, like people saying like people shouldn't watch like this person because they think they're attractive or whatever, things that are natural, like who you're attracted to or whatever it is, in comparison to like real problems, like not like ignoring someone's idea in a business meeting because of their gender, things like that. And I feel like it just gets so muddled, and those legitimate problems get pushed under the rug as just like, oh, like you're just being an SJW, or like you're just hardcore feminist, hot pocket, whatever. Like it's so annoying. And it's like anytime, that's actually one of the probably the only emote that kind of bothers me, because it's like anytime a girl raises her voice, hot pocket. And the thing is,
Wait, what?
I think it's fine to respond to
Albert
certain.
would like to know
Wait,
what
what?
the
Oh,
hot
it's like the girl with the blue hair. That one.
Wait, why is it called that?
So people generally say that like SJWs like have like this colored hair,
Colorful
like
hair.
they're these like white girls that are pissed, right? So like that's the emote that kind of represents it. But and I feel like generally speaking, I don't mind when like chat mass responds to a certain situation with an emote. However, that one specifically kind of implies like, oh, you're just like a girl that's being emotional and raging for no good reason. So it's just like, well, now I my opinion is invalid if I raise my voice even slightly, right? But it's like there isn't an emote to dismiss guys who are screaming
And like,
or who are raising their voices, or
there was even like, I think part of the article said that like the only way she could get respect was by like raising her voice and like practically being angry all the time. That's the only way she could have a valid opinion.
People label her as like,
as an angry person or
loud
being
one,
too
right?
emotional.
There's
Whereas,
like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Whereas like if you're a guy and you act the same way, like
You're
this guy is
assertive.
assertive.
That poor thing.
Confident.
Oof. I think I have been in a situation, like a sponsor related situation, where someone said that I was like too like bossy or assertive or bitchy because I was just like demanding what I deserved in a sense. Oh yes, oh my god, I have. It's all coming back to me now. I signed with a company once, and very specifically before signing with them, I was like, one of the biggest reasons why I want to sign with you is because of X. I'm not gonna go into details, because I expect you guys to deliver on this X thing, right? 6 months into the contract, I'm like, hello, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. like any update on this? They're like, yeah, we're trying, blah, blah, blah. Like 4 months later, I'm like, we're almost like a year into the contract. Hello, even like past the contract date. And I just like kept asking for it. At some point, they were like, you're not entitled to this thing or something. And I'm like, naturally, I am not entitled to anything. But if we specifically come to an agreement and I tell you that this is one of the terms that I requested for before signing and you don't deliver on it, I think that's pretty freaking reasonable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm not entitled to $1,000, but if I say like that's part of the contract, then in a sense I am, right? So things like that. I mean, obviously you can't specify, you can't know for sure. They just think this because of like my gender, but sometimes
it feels like
that. Yeah.
And also, I don't feel like a lot of situations is someone will actually be thinking, wow, this person is female, thus I'm going to discount their opinions and their ideas. I think it's more internalized from just, years and, well, I guess more than years, like decades of just like kind of that kind of promotion. Well, that's more than decades, like centuries of just like, oh, guys are the ones that usually call the shots and are more competent at kind of like higher level management stuff, right? And so I think that started to shift, but it's still it's slow.
I have in the past like if I'm usually very quiet, like passive, and I've been called out for that too, like you're way too passive, blah blah. So I've tried like voicing my opinions more, like talking to people, like actually like expressing how I feel. Then I've been called the opposite.
Really?
So I'm like, you know what? Fuck everyone. I'm just gonna do me. Like, there's no pleasing everyone.
Oh, that's very surprising too. I can't see anyone being like, Lily, you're like bossy or bitchy or whatever.
I've been called a bitch plenty of times.
That's so weird to me.
It just happens.
So weird.
Whatever at this point. If it happens enough, you're just like, yeah, all right, call me a bitch. I don't care. A doormat, whatever you want to label me.
Right? No, I feel the same way sort of sometimes too. I'm just like, you have to accept the environment as it is to some extent. But I also would like for things to change. So just balancing between like, am I pushing for these things to be different while still like not being pissed about every little thing?
I think people just need, especially men, like we need to stand up for like this kind of behavior. I don't know.
Also, I feel like people like Poki too is like really good inspiration to other girls. I really do think so. A lot of girls look up to you.
Yeah, because you don't take anything.
Yeah, and you're like super successful.
If something bothers you, the whole goddamn world knows.
Oh yeah.
Okay, relax.
Only you did. Stories from the house.
No.
Oh really?
No. I'm joking. No,
I'm scared. We can talk about this. I don't mind.
House therapy session.
What are you referring to something?
No, I was literally memeing, but I'll think of something if you want me to for the podcast.
Oh,
give me like 2
yeah.
minutes.
I do very much enjoy being alpha, but I found that like it's kind of necessary in most aspects of life, or else you just get run over.
Yes, 100%.
You know, I've read up a lot about this, actually, and in general, it tends to be harder for women to get promotions and such, and a lot of it isn't always just like you're not getting promoted because you're a girl, but sometimes like women just tend to be nicer and more caring and empathetic, and like they don't want to like push for things.
I didn't want the promotion anyway. They probably deserve it
exactly.
more. So I still have like a lot of that, and I'm trying to not be like that, but it's so hard because I've been like this all my life.
And I feel like part of it is also like, let's say we both worked at Riot, but people we're both competitors and we really want that promotion, but and I see that our boss is like, what's an example? What did they do? Denied your. Let's see the list. They denied your presentation. Yeah, I'm not gonna stand up for you because we're competitors. I could see that being like a reason. I think more men just need to stand up, even though it's. I don't know.
No, yes, but I wanted to specifically say that I've seen that kind of thing happen, but I realized the way I was raised, the way my dad raised me, I take no shit. So I'm very much the kind of person, if I were to see this kind of thing happen, like I would just like call everybody and their mother out, and that's just how I am. But I feel bad,
there's people that just don't.
Exactly.
And then there's guys that don't.
There are guys that don't, and there are girls that don't, but there just happen to be more girls that don't.
But then let's say you do complain. Let's say you do like voice it out. People will just throw the, oh, she's crazy emotional card. You know, no one's gonna back you up because we're competitors, right?
Such a trigger.
Because we both want that promotion.
You're like talking about something. Calm down. You're being too emotional.
You know, we should go see a therapist.
I've been told that too, and it just made me feel really discredited.
Nobody ever calms down after you tell them to calm down.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing to tell someone.
Calm down.
It's like telling a depressed person, stop being so sad.
Why don't you just be happier? It's dumb advice that doesn't help.
Oh, yeah. Also, to your point, when you were saying that it's like really important for guys to stand up for girls, I really agree. And for a very long time, especially when I first moved in with Scar and Yuna, I've basically discovered the power of like having other important men in the scene respect you. And I'm fully aware of the fact that like I'm lucky that there are other guys that are willing to back me up. But if I didn't have that, I would have way more people doubting me as well. Mm-hmm. And in a sense, I'm like, wow, I'm very grateful for them. But in another sense, I'm like, it's only because the viewers respect the guys more than they respect just like me. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they needed to hear from a guy that I was cool enough to really expect it. So I very much appreciate the dudes that have supported me throughout my career. And I've seen the important impact that it's had. But I am still hoping for women to like be able to stand on their own.
For a change, because it sucks. That the only way to get validation in this kind of
like not the only way, but one of the biggest ways.
One of the more prominent ways is validation through other male streamers.
Yeah, I mean, partially because it's also a very heavily male-dominated scene, and I think a lot of the viewers are male, and so they look up to the streamers that they follow. And
then of the male streamer.
But I think it is a bit of like a culture thing as well. Because when I think of like the beauty industry, for example, like it's mostly girls and female audience, but you don't really see the girls like disrespecting men in the community in a similar way that you would see in like the gaming community, right? Like, you're not going to be like, oh, like, you're just popular in the makeup industry because, like, you're a dude or whatever. Or there isn't, like, some kind of Twitch thought equivalent in the beauty industry. Yeah. I just try to think of, like, parallels and really, like, see the situation as a whole. And instead of, like, make excuses, instead try to, like, make comparisons. I don't know. I could be wrong.
This is a tough topic.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are super duper
and it's super
qualified to talk about this, but these are just our
like
opinions.
You say one thing and you're like, oh, you're an SJW. Okay.
Same. Okay, same. Okay. Oh yeah, the last big topic.
I think it's all
Drum
kind of
roll,
related.
please. Yeah, it is. Ninja's article about not playing with female streamers or female gamers. I'm ready for a big ol' omega lol. I'm sure everybody's already heard of what's happened, but just in case you didn't, Polygon, surprise, surprise, came out with an article where Ninja more or less, like they just included some quotes explaining why he chooses not to stream with other females and instead chooses to just play with guys. So one of the quotes, if I have one conversation with one female streamer where we're playing with one another, and even if there's a hint of flirting, that is going to be taken and going to be put on every single video and be clickbait forever. And he says, not having relations with other women online was something that I made 100% sure of, and that it was his decision, and it had nothing to do with like his wife telling him to do that. He said that was not even her. She had nothing to do with it. It was just me saying that I love our relationship and I don't want to put you through that. Whew.
I think his only mistake was doing that interview with Polygon. Like, I'm sorry.
Actually was so surprising to me to see that too.
Oh, it was Polygon, not
Was it I don't know. Was it
Kotaku?
Right, they're like the same.
Kotaku was the,
Fuck.
they're like in the same.
The same bucket.
Yeah.
The same bucket of please, good streamers, don't do it.
His life, his choice.
Mm-hmm.
I really could not understand why so many people were pissed about it.
I can understand why, because in some ways, by him acknowledging like, hey, I don't want any like miscommunication with other women, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's acknowledging the fact that this is like an issue where that like if he plays with a female streamer, then that there's like, I don't know if it's like temptation, but people like will like make up stories and gossip because people can't fathom the idea like they're having a purely platonic relationship playing this video game, right? People always think that there's something more, and that's kind of like, it kind of goes against the idea of, you know, like both guys and girls can just like work together and not, you know, have to be interested in one another. And the bigger issue is he is positioned right now to be, he is the biggest streamer, right? That is streaming currently. And as the biggest streamer, it's like he's like Superman, right? Or this is the Spider-Man quote, but it's like, with great power comes great responsibility. And a lot of his fans are really young, impressionable boys, and a lot of people, I think, especially in like the social justice scene, see it as he's given an opportunity to make a really big difference in a lot of people's lives, and that he can lead by example. And that because he's not doing that and he's choosing just to not get involved with that at all, they feel like he's kind of chickening out. And my opinion is, it's his life, it's his decision, and I think he probably blew up way beyond a point that he could have even fathomed. Like, he's not, like, that's something that if I were to get like that big, I would not have thought of that, like that being a problem. But he's kind of grown beyond like all expectations, and with that comes forth a lot of new expectations, both like from his fans and from people in the world. And I don't think it's really fair to expect someone to take on that mantle just, you know, like immediately. But I can see why people are kind of like this is why criticisms are being thrown at him.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Great perspective.
Twitch thoughts?
Twitch thoughts. Oh my god. No, for me it's just a matter of like, I mean, he obviously respects his relationship a lot, and it's true, YouTube is they're shameless when it comes to clickbait. I know this firsthand because that shit was my life for like a solid 2 years. So I don't blame him at all, because Twitch and YouTube gossip just really takes off. And for his wife, I can imagine a world where she feels really uncomfortable, you know, seeing these YouTube thumbnails, seeing these YouTube comments, whatever, and it could really build up, I don't want to say resentment, but resentment. It kind of bothers I imagine. Yeah,
I try putting myself in his shoes, right? If I had, how many viewers does he get?
A lot.
A lot.
I should say
Trillion
a shit
viewers
ton.
watching my every move, everything I do. I know it's gonna be on YouTube, everything. And my SO at the time, if he or she were uncomfortable, if they were uncomfortable with me playing with the opposite gender, because I would get clickbaited, like I'd be like, okay, not a big deal, I won't. It's not a sexism thing at all. Again, like Albert said, I think people are just mostly upset because they think Ninja had the responsibility to be a good influence on all the people that look up to him, and by saying he doesn't play with girls, that could send a misconstrued message, when I don't think it was about that at all in the beginning.
I agree, but again, it just comes with like doing these sorts of interviews, especially with these sorts of companies. You have to make sure that like you're covering all your bases, and I do think he's at liberty to do what he wants, and that we should respect that, and I totally understand his reasoning. I think what is so unfortunate is that the article didn't say this, and none of his quotes specifically said this, but he doesn't think that like playing with female streamers is something that should just generally be avoided.
No.
And that's like, these kind of articles will always try to make it as like dramatic of a stance as possible.
Swear that
So
interview
he
was a
had to
mistake.
specifically say that. People have told me before when I talked about this on stream, they're like, Ninja has specifically said on his stream before that like he's really glad other male and female streamers play together and play in tournaments together, and
Yeah,
he thinks
for
that's
sure.
really great for the scene and everything. If that was just
Included.
included in the, so much of this nonsense would not have even
Yeah,
happened.
people are really like misinterpret. Well, I don't blame them because that article, to be fair,
Try to make it seem that way. Yeah.
I mean, I also will say, because I've had, I think, a Kotaku article written about me, about like my emote. Like they asked for my side of the story, and so I gave them literally everything, and they chose to include the things that would help shape their narrative and not give full transparency or perspective on the whole situation. And that kind of thing is like bothersome to me, because you're basically like shitting on a stream, like you're shitting on a streamer at the expense of like their community, or
Dude,
or-
if
yes.
I was you, I would have been so cheesed. Imagine like being asked for your opinion on something that directly relates to you, and then they just like do their best to make whatever you
Yeah.
said look bad and
Oh
to
my God.
post this
No,
like
and that's-
terrible article
and
about
that's
you.
and that's what
I
it
would
is.
have popped off. See,
if that
And
is
I-
difference between me.
and I was like a pretty new streamer at the time, so I didn't want to speak up about it, because I don't know.
I would have popped off.
I think you actually told
3
me.
viewers, 3,000 viewers.
you-
I'm popping off.
You told me to, but I don't know.
Yeah, that if that happens, you might be so pissed. Like,
Yeah.
so pissed.
But that's like, that's their aim, right? And he did clarify. Here, let me. Okay.
That tweet.
So some of the things that people said were like,
Oh yeah, I was
we're
wondering.
saying that his saying that he won't play with other girls is problematic and doesn't help in any way for women making their way in the industry. That constantly calls anyone with tits a thought. That was from a streamer called Austin Marie. Valkyrie, whom we all know, said it's his decision. It's fine. People clickbait all the time, so I understand wanting to avoid that. Someone else said, while they understand his reasoning and respect his decision, they don't agree with it, and that Twitch is already a rough place for women. So excluding them specifically from your stream because the fact that other people will gossip about it is not the best way to see it. So there's just like a lot of back and forth. And then he clarified and said, I wanted to take a moment to address the discussion around the article that came out over the weekend. While I understand some people have implied my views mean I have something against playing with women, I want to make clear the issue I'm addressing is online harassment and my attempt to minimize it from our lives. It is something that affects all streamers, especially ones that make their relationships public. I wanted to bring attention to this issue, and my comments should not be characterized as anything beyond that. So I was really glad to see him clarify this, because I already felt like what people were commenting on were not his complete thoughts or feelings towards the topic. But I was surprised that he like took longer than I thought he would to clarify that. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't blame him for taking a while. Dude, when he's that big, I will take my sweet ass time trying to like carefully like.
Craft up a good public statement.
Yeah. I don't know.
And all eyes are on you. You're already under a lot of fire for something that wasn't really a big deal.
What?
I actually didn't really read. I kind of this is how I like saw this whole thing. I saw like the whole ninja drama, and then I saw a lot of people complaining about what he said, but I didn't actually see what people like said against it.
When people are complaining?
Yeah,
because I think it's the complaints are mostly from people outside of the gaming Twitch space, right?
I think a fair amount is from mostly actually like smaller female streamers.
Okay, I don't know how much traction this got outside of like the like. I feel like I'm like in a bubble all the
same.
time,
No,
so it
me
feels
too,
like a
me
big
too.
issue. But I feel like a lot of people probably like in the general world have no idea this is going on.
But also like because he's so big and sort of mainstream now, when they do read or hear something like that, it really doesn't sound good for female streamers.
It's, like,
You know what I
doubly
mean?
bad.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate how they like made it sound so bad. They were like, the way they rephrased his quote almost, they're like, the only way to avoid this type of gossip is like not to
to
play
play
with
it
them. Like we're
you guys are some plague.
them. And I imagine like, I guess it's not as rough because this is like they're just talking about relationships or flirting and stupid clickbait stuff. But like if it was any other minority, how weird would it be? Is that even a fair comparison to think about?
People like getting upset. That's all I've learned from this.
Oh yeah.
If it's not this, it'll be something else next week, and I wait to see what new drama comes up on Twitter. But people will forget about this in like a week or two, and it'll be something else.
I think my biggest takeaway is just like F these websites. F these online articles. F it.
Yeah, I think us as content creators we're always gonna hate this, but there's such a
gonna
huge like
be there.
group of audience for it. That's why TMZ and companies like that do so well, because people want to know, or people want to think they know. You know, I don't know.
Outrage culture.
Pitchforks.
Oh, okay. How about lighter topic?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Streamers taking vacations. Yeehaw! I didn't really ask you guys about like how Singapore went.
I
went
love
to
Singapore.
Hawaii.
Singapore
You guys
is
had the
awesome.
best food. Hawker centers, Hainan chicken,
Aww.
so good. I want to go back just for the food. It was, I think, out of all the countries we visited, Singapore had one of the best food.
I think the best way that I experienced, or I thought about it, is imagine going to an Asian country where you get kind of the benefits of being in that type of environment, but everyone speaks English.
Really?
Most people spoke English.
Oh yeah, it wasn't hard at all for us to go around because everything was in English too.
Like
It
That's cool. In Taiwan, it was like not like that at all. I
was
remember.
confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Night markets were good though.
yeah. Good thing we had Albert and his
Oh, yeah.
scuffed.
a scuffed Mandarin.
Yeah.
Oh God. That was tough. That was the hardest part about Taiwan.
I remember we were in a taxi with you, and we were just like struggling so hard to get to the zoo. Where is the zoo? God damn it!
You just start making zoo animals out. We're trying to
Yeah.
whatever.
Actually,
I want to go like as offline TV to
Somewhere.
although
somewhere.
Same.
I want to ask, did it feel like a vacation to you guys?
Yes and
Because
no.
you guys
Yes
did
and
go
no.
for some.
Like, yeah, we were going for
Riot
Hyperplay.
event? I think.
Riot Singapore.
Yeah.
So yeah, the event was Hyperplay, which is basically kind of like the MSI for the Southeast Asian region. So like Arena, Malaysia, Vietnam. And so we were there for that, but we had 3 days prior to that to kind of explore. But because we were also streaming at the same time, it's
Snipers galore.
yeah, and Singapore is such a small city. Like literally, you could
It's
get
very easy.
and we were in the center, so people from any part of Singapore could get to us within 20 minutes.
They knew where we were at all times. If
Right.
you look at our Instagram analytics too, our top audience is from Singapore.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
But it
before.
is a city-state,
City
right?
state, yeah.
So it's like disproportionately so, because like I still have most of my view, like I guess my audience is still mostly from the U.S. But for specific cities, Singapore beats out everyone by
Everyone.
like an insane amount.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so-
it kind of has an advantage
So-
in a sense.
So did it feel like a vacation? Because you were streaming like
You were
most
streaming,
of the time.
you had an event, it was a 17-hour flight.
I noticed we got tired out a lot because the humidity and like people, the snipers would give us food, gifts, and by like the
Aw.
midday we had like an extra luggage of stuff. So I feel like we went back home
Yeah.
earlier than we would have.
Yeah, and I still think that it was kind of vacationy, but still feel a little bit like
working.
work because
both.
I mean streaming is work, right? So we're not completely off cam, just exploring the city,
Yeah.
and because we're meeting fans and stuff, like that's time that that we could have like gone to explore something else too.
You guys need to try durian.
Sorry, what?
Durian.
Yeah, you guys will love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Is that like
It's
a
a fruit.
pastry?
It's a type of fruit.
Oh, fruit?
Yes, you should do it on stream.
On
Try
stream.
durian.
Oh, so it's that
never
kind
mind.
of fruit. It's
Wait,
that
no,
content fruit.
No, it'll be so good that you're just gonna cry
Yeah,
on stream.
content fruit.
That's so funny.
I don't know.
But really, just like as influencers, content creators, YouTubers, streamers, what do you guys define as a vacation? A real vacation?
Off stream, off vlog, off
Everything.
No social media. Just go just for me. My own entertainment. Because like if I'm streaming,
when was the last time you've done that?
Was it New Jersey?
No, we streamed there too. Remember?
That's true.
Right? It's so hard to think.
It's because like if it goes somewhere else, like I want to like chat. Look at this. Look where we are. I want to share this excitement, and it feels like a waste not to stream it. I guess.
Did it even happen if you didn't stream it?
It did,
You know?
exactly.
No,
Yeah,
corrupted. Always got that in the back of my mind. Yeah.
If you're not streaming it, you got to be taking pictures of it, or you got to be vlogging it.
Instagram storying it.
But like when you go somewhere and you don't do any of that stuff, it can feel so freeing. You don't know
Relaxing,
how
yeah.
freeing it is until you've done it.
I just get anxiety because I feel like, oh man, I should be doing something.
Yeah, I'm not being productive.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's especially true in like the streaming world. I don't know about YouTube, but like when you stream, you just feel like there's so much opportunity. Like when you're not streaming, there's so much opportunity cost just like withering away. Especially when you see other people and you're like, this person got a bazillion subs today. I'm not streaming today. I could have gotten a bazillion subs. You know, it's rough.
There's a bunch of anxiety that comes with it. I think it's hard for us. I don't know.
To relax, like I could be.
I
vlogging
know.
Yeah, and streaming is even more so than I would say YouTubing. I mean, like doing YouTube videos, because your audience can, like, you lose your audience by not streaming consistently or regularly, and your subs, right? So every time you're not streaming, that's time you could be building your audience and getting more subs.
I mean, I got a 7-day band, and like I had the opportunity to like go on like a vacation.
You vlog every single
But I
day.
can't imagine a world where I go, at least not right now, where I go and like not document it in some way, shape, or form. Cause I don't know.
I like it and dislike it. Because at one point I dislike it because not everything has to be on social media. Not everything has to be recorded. But then I like it because, I'm making content.
It is very nice
Building
that we are
content.
able to make content out of things that most people can't consider their job per se. But it also sucks because it makes you kind of rethink every aspect of your life or everything that you go out and do.
All things considered, I think like it's more of a fortunate place we are in to be able to even consider these options. So I'm not complaining.
Sometimes I worry of like getting too caught up in the hustle and bustle of it all. Like Hawaii was supposed to be my first real vacation, and for the most part it kind of was, but for a lot of it kind of wasn't. Because I got like so many business related messages and had to deal with that a lot, and it ended up being kind of a headache for a few of the days. So it felt very on and off, and I kind of just want to be like off for a full week. But on top of that, it's like sometimes even if you do force yourself to be off of everything for a full week, like it's hard to turn off that like guilty feeling or the stress of like thinking about things. So
And I think that goes with like any job. Like even
if you're very into it,
yeah, if
I'm
you're
sure
very
it does,
passionate
yeah.
about it, like even just having a baby and then being separated from it for like a week because like it's
Temmie.
yeah.
If I'm away for Temmie for like one day, I feel anxious.
Aww.
She feels anxious too. I can confirm.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, it was actually kind of weird. Like as soon as Lily came back from Singapore, like Temmie she was so happy she peed, right?
Yeah, she peed when she saw me. I've never
She was
seen
so happy. But then like afterwards, every time Lily would leave the house, like Temmie was just like off. She was just like,
Really?
is my owner ever coming back ever again? Yeah.
Yeah.
She really
She has that, like,
does. She
PTSD.
really does.
Anxiety.
Cause
And like she would, because you can tell like when she's a bit more anxious, her like ears go back more.
Yeah, like a
yeah.
rabbit.
And she would just like nothing would be going on. She'd be like, she would just like be barking at random things. Like, but she's way more back to normal now.
I actually did not know that because she didn't used to be like that. I'm the only one who gives her food.
Aww.
I bought her love.
Yeah. You fed her love.
I have an interesting question. Do you think that, or especially like more towards Fed, when you're IRL streaming, do you ever feel like you're gonna run out of stories or things to tell, chat? And
Oh fuck yeah!
And that
Sorry,
by
excuse
going
my
on-
language.
yeah, and by going on vacation, that's a way to kind of like sometimes when I go out or trips vacation,
yeah.
I'm like I want to
That's-
remember
making
this.
That's when
the
you have the best
content.
stories.
And then the next time I
Holy
stream,
shit, yeah.
that's
Get
when I'm.
that. Yeah.
I know some artists do that. I think was it Frank Ocean who literally just like disconnected from social media performing for a year while he was working on his new album, so he could like have real authentic experiences to tell when in his music. And I think Ed Sheeran did something similar too, where he just like traveled a lot like in between. And so I don't wonder if you guys ever think about that. You're like, hey, I want to enrich myself as a person, so I'll be a more interesting person when I come back and stream.
That's really interesting.
I also don't. I worry that I put too much weight on like storytelling, because I think when I first started out streaming, you have so many things to tell. You know,
Right, but
I
at a
remember the
certain
first.
point, they've heard it all.
Yeah, dude. After like the first 3 months, I'm like, damn, you guys know everything about me. This is kind of weird.
Right?
Do I like just?
And it makes you feel so connected.
Do I
Like,
just
my stream viewers
really
know
know
more about
yeah.
me than some of my friends do. I'm like,
do I just like tell the same stories but like add more detail to them? Do I like?
Sometimes I'll repeat stories for people who have not heard
Yeah.
it before, but then you get people complaining. I've heard
Like,
this.
I've heard
before.
this.
Oh my gosh, you're so boring. I'm like, I'm just
Yeah.
sharing it for people who
Yeah.
haven't heard me.
But no, I mean, I think that I do get like some anxiety, like, oh, what if I'm running out of stories? You know?
For me, it's not so much from like a story or content point of view, but I worry that if I'm always just like so involved in streaming, filming the next video, doing the next sponsor thing, doing this, doing that, I spend no time actually developing myself as a
Experiences.
human being. Like, have I read a book? I mean, I actually did in Hawaii and it was
Did you
so
guys-
nice, but
You read a book in Hawaii?
a whole one, I
whole
zoomed through
book?
it and it
was
it
really
felt
good.
so
Wait.
good.
What book was it?
It was called The Last Mrs. Parrish.
Okay.
The juiciest book of my life. Not only that, but like, no, seriously, reading like you actually feel like you're learning
Yeah.
new
Wow, what a
vocabulary, new words. You're like,
concept.
I'm becoming a better human being, but like,
And it's so
it's
easy to
not the
get
same
caught
for
up.
just content creation. You know, I feel like you put yourself out there that much, so much, which is like great. But then at some point, it's like, am I still building myself at all though? And that's mostly what I'm worried about. Like, a girl needs to go to the damn gym.
Oh.
I don't. Or like, I don't know, learning new things, going out and experiencing things that really evolve your character, shit like that.
Yeah, because sometimes when you stream, I feel like you're more of a mediator for your community than you are like someone going to do
You mean
stuff.
babysitter?
I mean, that's another way to put it. Because like,
Yeah.
Just memeing, just
children.
memeing, just memeing.
yeah, because you're not all the time interacting with a lot of people. Because even when you're like doing like filming stuff, you're meeting people, you're meeting like people outside of your space. But when you're literally just like streaming from your room all the time, like I feel like you can get very like in your head and like,
Closed
in
off.
this bubble, right? We're fortunate that we have a lot of people who all do very different things, living in the same
Bubble.
Holy
same
crap.
bubble.
Area.
So our bubble's
Yeah.
not as small, but it's still very bubbly.
Can you imagine if you were a streamer? I guess no. I guess can you? I can't imagine myself being nearly the same person as I am now if I was living by myself. I feel like you guys shape my my experiences and my thoughts.
Watches
and just-
anime now.
He watches.
Aww.
Fed is the biggest weeb.
What the? Lily, shut the fuck up.
No, it's
Yes,
true.
I'm not.
I'm worried.
No,
Ever since
I don't.
Like, he started watching anime every night.
I-
Hey guys, do you want to watch the new episode of Attack on Titans? I watched
really
it 4 times
weird.
already, but I want to watch it the 5th time with you
Yeah.
guys. Too. Did you guys watch Umaru-chan? I watched Kaon the other day. It's like adorable. It's actually endearing.
It's
Anyway, sorry, go on. I'm really proud of you. Did you know
Fedweebster.
he bought the Attack on
Alright,
Titans
fine, it's out.
cloak
Oh, sorry,
and the
sorry,
Umaru
alright.
hood
No, shut-
and the Naruto outfit. 2 of them actually.
Okay,
by
I'm
the way. No,
only.
3 of
I'm
them.
okay.
He
I-
bought
and
the
I'll tell you.
Umaru-chan one.
Yeah, the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's so cute.
and I'm only
I bet
doing
you look
this.
up on
mother-
Amazon anime cosplays Prime shipping. You probably do that. You got it
Yep.
off of Amazon. I know you did.
Okay,
It's
the only
adorable.
reason some of the stuff she's saying is true is because I'm doing research, right? I'm making a video. Okay, fine, I'm leaking it. I'm making a video about what it's like to be a weeb, right?
What the heck?
And I've been documenting, I've been doing a lot of research, studying,
That's bullshit.
studying
He
Yvonne.
really enjoys
studying
it.
Yvonne.
Honest to God.
No, chat, do you guys remember when I went to Yvonne's room today? Like, that's a pretty bad case of weeaboo, right? I look at Lily, and it's like it's pretty bad.
What the? Have you seen Josh?
It's stage
Chat-
4
Have you seen
week.
Josh?
Yeah, stage 4 chronic. You guys just wait till I post a video, and your minds will be blown. I
It's
swear.
okay to admit that. You know, looking
You
at
like
it's
it. It's
okay.
cool.
No,
fine.
I'm
It's
just doing
2018.
Don't be
research.
ashamed
So
of.
why aren't you documenting yourself watching the next Attack on Titan episode every single night and
because
rewatching
I don't need
seasons
to
that you just finished?
document-
I don't know.
Well, because
Yeah, legit.
generally when you read text, you go back and try to like read between the lines. You know, really try to understand stuff.
Yeah, I heard.
You
From,
really have to immerse yourself, Amon. Okay, I'm just saying.
I heard
You
from
seem to be
Yvonne.
enjoying the
I-
immersing a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, you really have to like
And
put
then
your
it's
feet
like,
in.
oh, we won't be there to see it. Yeah, so Yvonne said that that when we were gone, the new episode came out, right? And then I'm like, oh, like it's okay, don't wait for us. Like we're not gonna be here. And then Yvonne's like, yeah, don't worry. Fed just said we're gonna watch it anyways, and then we'll watch it again when they come back. This guy has seen the episode so many times.
Several times, each one.
It's kind of like
You
those
He
gotta-
watches it alone.
listen,
he watches it with whoever's home,
I'm
and then he
just-
watches it with whoever wasn't
Individually,
home
1v1,
when
yeah.
he watched it the second time.
and you
It's so cute.
Didn't you start rewatching the second season.
I just
with
have
just-
to. No, I just have to see. I hate you guys.
It's adorable.
It's fine, it's
really.
fine.
I think it's so cute.
No, but you're making me out to look like this person when it's just for science. You know?
are.
It's for humanity.
Humanity. It's
Shut-
an Attack on Titans.
Mhm.
I think it's cute, Fed. A year ago, if you had told your past self, yeah, Federico, you're gonna like Umaru-chan, you're gonna love Attack on Titans, you're gonna watch anime every night multiple times, would you have believed yourself?
No,
Okay, well, I like this new you. I
it's
feel
not,
like
it's not
I
a
can,
new. It's temporary.
I can relate to you a lot more.
See, that's also my goal to connect with my roommates more.
Aww, I can do something that like you do too, like study Spanish. What do you do? I can start editing videos.
Oh, you
No,
could
don't do
start.
that
You could
anymore.
start playing soccer with me.
Something that doesn't require physical activity. Look at you sit and watch anime on the couch.
It's
There's no-
relaxing.
relaxing. Soccer. Did I tell you I was in the soccer team when I was 11 years old? My mom bought me all this expensive soccer equipment, okay? And she's like, all right, Lily, you're going to be a good soccer player. I'm like, yeah, I'm really excited. My team was called the Breakers. And I was on the bench every single week until my mom got pissed off, yanked me out of soccer team, and sold my equipment.
Dude. Actually, funny story.
It's so
It's
sad.
pretty sad.
For like most of my life, I was like starting right wing, so I'd always start the game, and then I started to like kind of fall off. Like I was slower, not as like, I was just generally not as good. And one time, my coach didn't show up, so we had to have like one of the parents coach, and he puts me in finally, like third half or second half. I played for like 5 minutes. He pulls me out because I like messed up on a pass. My mom goes up to the coach, cusses him out, and then like Mexican mothers they go ham, and pulled me out of the game, and then we left. I didn't even get to see like the end of the match, and that's the last time I went to soccer practice, last time I went to that team.
My mom isn't Mexican, she's Korean. So her method was every day after practice, Lily, how come you didn't go on the field again today? Too passive to actually confront the coach. So we just ended up, it's like very different approaches, but like.
Well, I mean, it's different for me because I've always been like a good player, and then all of a sudden like, I'm
Are
suddenly
you still good at soccer?
It's probably the most like
I mean-
athletic one.
I can still
around
play DDR.
here.
I'm pretty good at that.
I can shoot. Yeah. Maybe not run because I played midfield, so I had to run the entire game. Run 90 minutes a game. Jesus.
You can do indoor sports. I like volleyball.
About like Wii Sports.
Wii sports.
Esports.
Esports.
I'm good for esports. Alright.
I like
What about
esports.
chess? Isn't chess technically a...
I see that argument a lot when people are like, esports isn't a real sports, then they're like, but what about chess? And it's like always the go-to, but what about chess?
I can just imagine Lily being like so happy she has this rebuttal for like 6 years. She goes, what about chess?
Do you guys Wait, I'm curious. Do you guys consider esports like a legitimate sport?
What
Like-
about chess?
No, like.
Do you consider chess a sport?
I'm just getting it. No, but like I remember my 7 housemates. I'd say like, oh yeah, league is like considered or considered an official sport by like the government, or like they recognize it as an official sport.
The government.
Yeah, well, because for visa purposes and stuff. But that would make them pissed. Like it'd make them mad.
What about bowling?
Oh.
I mean, there is like a certain amount of physical aspect to.
Okay,
The same
what
amount
about-
as chess, if not more mechanical, and
Yeah,
just a
I'm
bit less
moving.
brain.
Yeah, like the APM and
Mm-hmm.
the APM, like the amount of movement I use with my mouse and keyboard is equivalent to chess movements, if not more,
I
right?
mean, StarCraft is basically 4D chess.
Yeah.
I just don't understand people who get mad about shit like that. Like, you don't see them get mad about chess.
It's because like
They're just
I think
gatekeepers.
they're not used to it. It's very new to them.
Dude, like, if someone told me taking a shit was a sport, I'd be like, cool. Like, who cares?
Wow, we suck.
We'd suck.
Oh, we suck.
We would drop out instantly.
I'd be great. I have very healthy bowel movements.
Well, in order to partake in this shit sport, you'd have to be able to take a shit. Why am I even talking about this?
It's okay,
Oh,
Lily.
God.
How are your pills?
not
Your fiber
good.
pills?
I
Have you
haven't-
been taking your fiber pills?
No.
You really should.
I should
Why are
drink
you complaining
water.
about a problem if you're not doing the
because
things
I-
we told you to
Can't
do to
I
fix the
Tried taking
problem?
the fiber pills, and the bowel movement went from
You know what? I actually have a really, really great one, and I'm
Okay.
gonna buy it for you, and I'm
Okay.
gonna make you take it every day.
Okay.
And when you have regular bowel movements, you're gonna
I'll be like,
thank me.
thank you, Pokey.
Yeah.
I'm pooping every day because of you.
Can't wait to hear those words.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just
See,
expecting the
Get
tweet.
friends that'll look out for your bowel movements.
It was actually H3H3 that had, I don't remember who on their podcast, and they mentioned these incredible pills, and I was like, I have a friend that could use
You have 2 friends.
I have 2 friends that could use that.
That
I
is
can't
like
wait.
the only one that I can like relate to when it comes to this. Like I don't understand.
I'm actually a lot better now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you think it's
good,
because of the
all right.
bidet?
Oh hell yeah,
No.
dude! It's part of the reason.
There's no way that like the water stimulating your blood.
No, it's the
really,
warmth.
like-
It's the warmth.
Oh,
the
'cause it
seat-
relaxes
the seat
your-
warmer. Dude, the seat warmer is amazing.
Because it relaxes your muscles.
I don't know. It's just nice.
I wouldn't know. I live in the basement. My toilet's normal.
Well, if you want, you could.
Can I use your bathroom?
Yeah, go
sometimes?
for it right now. Yeah.
I went to this restaurant. Do you remember? The toilet seat went up by itself.
Yeah.
That's insane. And the seat was like nice and cushy and warm, and it was so nice.
Did it have was it a bidet too?
I don't know.
Did it shoot?
Yeah,
remember.
boy.
What were we talking about? I feel like we got really out.
We were talking about
Vacation.
chess being a
Oh.
sport.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
every time there's like esports isn't a real sports, what about chess?
we've yes.
And then we go off on some random tangent.
I'm trying to imagine myself like being that upset about a certain topic, you know? Being like, no, it's not. Like I try really hard whenever like I see someone outraged or against something, I try really hard to put myself in their shoes. But I just can't for that.
He would always like, my friend Brandon would always go on Google, like definition, sport, physical activity.
Wait, what?
And then they say, no, that's not physical. There's no like physical strain.
I
What
guess
did
it's
you
just
say?
being passionate about different things. I guess it's hard for me to relate because I don't have specifically a passion about sports. But I can imagine if someone has like a lot of pride in like, I play hockey. It's a real
Or
sport. Then they'd be like, chess can't be a sport. Esports can't be a sport. Taking a shit can't be a sport. But I would recommend everybody doesn't attach their pride or
It's just like
whatever to
It's just when you're
something like
when
that.
you're part of this like bro culture, and you know all you do is watch football,
Fart in
and,
each other's
and like fart in each
faces.
other's faces, and watch men like slam each other every day or every Sunday night. You know, like, and you hear like, oh, this game called League of Legends where people just click and like fight in a game is a sport.
You throw your nachos down, say no, it's not.
Hold my beer.
what does it? What does Wikipedia
Under
define as a sport?
esports on Wikipedia, there's a whole subsection classification as a sport because it's been a controversy.
I bet those dudes wouldn't even read that much. I ain't reading that
Wow.
shit. Holding a beer.
This
Hold
is-
my beer.
Kona.
Cake Kona.
I'm too lazy to read this, but you know, it's on Wikipedia if you want to read it.
Wee. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Like, I'm just chilling, honestly. When it's like a one-on-one guest, I'm like, oh my god, I need to prepare for like 7 hours. And it's just like, you guys, I'm like, sup, sup, bro.
I did enjoy the conversation about our bowel movements.
I'm glad.
Nice shit.
I
talking.
actually am really excited to
I will
offer
let
you
you
these.
know
Yeah,
how these fiber pills do.
yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
Is there anything
We
that?
should vlog it.
What?
Oh
Day
yeah.
1. All right, I'm gonna try these.
Day 1, nothing. Day 2,
Nothing. Day 3, nothing.
And then you
Day
can
4,
have-
I feel a little. Nah, nothing.
Then you can have Gary animate your drawings of your bowel movements.
This is a weird friggin'
Wow.
You
video.
can personify your bowel movements. You know, you can have like the.
I'm really curious about like the science behind, because when you look at Lily, she's just like this small creature, and you think like, how are there 4 days worth of shit in there?
Is that what you think of when you see me? Hey, there's Lily, my roommate. Oh, she has 4 days of shit lodged up in her intestines right now. Can't get that out of my head. Oh, hey, Lily, how have you been? Have you eaten dinner yet?
I'm not even gonna lie anymore.
It's like, that's what Poki sees when she sees me.
I don't know why they're saying poggers.
Oh, so someone just did the sub bomb.
Oh,
20.
thank you for the 20 subs. Fire sale. I love the new gifted sub thingy. Like, that shit is sick.
It's a nice boost,
Yeah.
like, for the month. And the next
Please
month
give
comes
subs
around.
in my
I
channel.
think it'll
really
like,
it.
I think it'll like inflate all of our like average sub counts for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Will it deflate later on though?
Probably.
I don't know.
How
I
many
mean,
of
These
those
will
gifted-
encourage people
Because-
to keep doing that.
yeah.
But also, like, you know, there's never going to be as many gifted subs in later months as there will be like this month
Yeah,
specifically.
this is, like, the time.
Because it's new.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of
It's
them will
also-
stick around.
Yeah, it's also very exciting when it happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chat just pops off.
I was so confused. We were like talking about shit. They're like, poggers, poggers.
I was like, Mindy, does chat like this?
Yeah,
Do they
me
like the
too.
shit talking? Because I
Like,
can do
I'm
it
down
forever.
it. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, poker is a sport. I just saw that in chat.
Would you guys ever stream poker?
No.
Are we allowed to stream poker?
Okay, can I
Answer
just?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Like
are?
friend-
There's a
Friendlies?
lot of poker streaming.
Okay, because I was thinking.
Okay,
Because you're
I'm
good
gonna
at
sound
it.
like such a big baby when I say this, but I'm legit like too concerned to promote anything that even moderately relates to gambling. I remember way back when there was like League of Legends, like online bet on who's gonna win and this and
Oh,
that, and they
Fantasy
paid,
League.
yeah, they paid a
remember
lot of
this.
money, and I was just like, no, poker, no. I've gotten some great deals regarding all that, but for some reason I'm just like, nope, I'm too scared. You know what? It'll be great for 99% of people, and there's gonna be that one dude that just gets hooked and spends all his money, and then suddenly he has no more wife. His kids won't even look at him.
But
He
we
has
don't
no
have
more.
to gamble money. We can gamble subs. But that's kind of
Oh.
Wait,
weird.
how would that work?
We can gamble.
Ooh, between us, that could
Just,
be funny.
just us, not
Yeah.
anyone else.
Yeah,
But,
and we
like,
just like put like chips with like a certain amount of subs,
Yeah,
and then we
Actually,
redeem. Like,
Yeah.
Lily, you owe me 100 gifted subs.
shit.
yeah, Chad, don't waste your money on these websites. Just wait till we all go to Vegas and then like send us money so we can waste it all and lose it all.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
oh god,
What
I
if they
just
start
got
watching you
PTSD.
and then they get hooked? Dun dun dun.
And I just need to keep doing it.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
my guilty conscience is stupid.
Steven asked, Lily,
Yeah.
Lily, when you go to the offline TV house, we should all play poker and stream it. Like in caps lock today. He got really excited. Does
Why?
Steven play poker today? Is that why he was spamming me with that? I'm just wondering.
Wait, what?
No, he. Do you want to read it in his voice?
No.
I don't know how to do that.
But I
That's
can
gonna be
hear
so
it in
funny,
his
though.
voice.
Negative 8K.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
he did play poker
I was really
today.
glad that
okay,
you were such
that
a
explains a lot of things. Thank you.
terrible example for everyone.
Well,
So you were more of a deterrent.
look,
Great job, Fed.
I was. It was.
For anyone that doesn't know, Fedmyster went to Vegas with Scara and Edison.
Scar Edison
And
one other dude. Oh, what's his name? Fuck, I forget his name. But it was one of my donators,
Mm-hmm.
and he put 5K in our pot. So it looks like we lost 8K.
oh, so you're negative 3K.
Yeah. Well, I'm personally
Great.
negative 1K.
Anyways, they came out of it
Married.
and with $8,000 less dollars.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
It
what?
was Voy Boy
Oh no, it was
or
Dondi.
Dondi?
Dondi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jesus.
Great story.
I feel like we have
How
to
was
go,
the annulment?
we have to go again, and
I wouldn't
make
mind
up that money.
buffets
You know what I mean?
in Vegas. I wouldn't mind that.
You know, my brother's going to Vegas soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a brother, but I remember you do have a brother.
Mm-hmm. I played Fortnite with him today.
That's cute.
Yeah. Fortnite brought me and my brother back. We like never talk. Not that we disliked it. It should be like a yearly, hey, how you doing? Good. But now that we both play Fortnite, he messages me all the time. I'm running if you want to join me because he knows I'm better than him. It's like a higher likelihood of winning. It's great. It's great. Games bring people together. Yeah.
I should ask my brother to play Fortnite. He's so bad.
Really?
I mean,
That's so cute.
So you guys can be back
Dude.
together.
I tried to play with my brother, but he was playing on the freaking Switch. And so
Wait, it's out on the Switch now?
Disgusting.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, I can't play with you. This
It's
is
out on
disgusting.
everything. I swear you could play like Fortnite on an MP3.
Mobile?
You can play it on Android now.
Freaking
Jesus.
MP3.
Android?
Yeah.
Wow. How do you play it on Android?
You just download it.
Same way you do on iPhone.
Wow, Pokimane. Wow. Wow. It's very enlightening. I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay. Before we see if there's any interesting questions in chat, I don't know why I really enjoy asking this question. Is there anything that pissed you guys off recently?
Oh, man, she
Be honest.
always asks this.
Yeah,
And it's
but
like,
I feel like nobody's honest about it.
what pisses me off?
What pisses you off? Or has made you feel any type of intense emotion recently? There's no way you guys just never get mad.
Have you ever seen me mad?
Except Albert.
I've
he
seen you
doesn't
mad
count.
once.
Oh.
Wait.
There's only one time I can remember in the past 20 years that I was mad.
And he saw it?
No, you were with me too.
And?
Remember in Taiwan, there was the taxi driver
Yeah, he was so
at
mad.
the airport?
Oh,
Remember?
you were
Dude,
really
we were,
mad
we
then?
were, we were all
That
mad.
was the maddest I've ever been. So
That wasn't
that's
mad,
so it
yes.
doesn't I don't get very mad, but that's the maddest I've
Oh
been.
my god, Albert is a literal angel.
Oh,
I was so
buttercup.
mad.
Oh, marshmallow.
Dude, like looking back, all I remember is Albert being like, at this taxi driver. Like, that's the extent of
No,
his
no. anger. I remember he was sending me like text message.
Yeah, we were on,
upon
like, a group chat.
No one, he's never really done that, but it's just like paragraph. I'm like, dude, I think he's angry.
I mean, it's-
Just to give context, does anyone remember what happened
yeah,
pretty
we,
well?
I mean, we were in a taxi. We were supposed to go to the airport because our flight was at, I don't know, sometime. And the guy had no idea how to get to the airport. He thought he knew how to get to the airport, and
Yeah.
he'd take an exit, and then he realized, oh, this is the wrong exit. So we'd like ask around for like another taxi driver for
No. The
directions.
first thing is I showed him.
Let's
on-
get Albert to
I
explain.
showed him
Yeah,
on
yeah.
my phone, like, hey, we need to go here to Terminal 2. Like, I'm telling this to him in Chinese, all right? And in English, just to be doubly certain. But it's kind of like an oldish guy. And so I'm like, Terminal 2. So we get there, and he takes us to Terminal 1. And I'm like, yo, I said Terminal 2. And then he's like, no, you said Terminal 1. I'm like, for sure, the sound for 2 and 1 sound very different in Chinese. Like, E and Er. Like, how do you get that confused? And I pointed to the number 2 on my phone. So, like, there's no way he wouldn't have known. So he loops around, goes out, and then
The
he misses.
loops are long.
And
at
then he
airports,
misses the
okay?
exit to go to the Terminal 2. And then as he exits the airplane, there's like 4 miles before you actually hit another exit. Like, it's just this long straightaway away from the airport. And this time it's like they left after us. They left after us, but they got there before us. And we're all trying to get seats together, and like they can't get the seats because we aren't there. And then so the guy goes for like 4 miles. I'm like, we're going away from the airport. Like, what's wrong? And then he like, goes around and he doesn't know how to get back.
Dude, I swear at one point, did he not like try to drop us off?
No, he pulled.
Like, he pulled over and he's like, I'm just going to
and-
drop you guys off here. You can
Yeah.
get another taxi.
Yeah, no, he pulled over, didn't know what to do, and then eventually he like waved down another taxi to ask the other taxi driver instructions on how to get back to the airport. And then it took us like another this was like 15 minutes already, like of us detouring, and then he takes another 10 minutes to go all the way back around to drop us at the airport, and he makes us pay full price. So
I don't even remember. I remember just like pulling out all the cash, and I was like, Albert, just do what you can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because usually you tip, right?
yeah, we didn't tip, but I'm like,
Tip these nuts. Hell no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tip him
Sounds
with a ligma.
frustrating.
Well, I'm really surprised that that's like the angriest moment you can recall.
Nothing else?
Because I can't even like recall him being that angry, you know?
I don't really see Albert angry. Like he can get like frustrated, maybe a little
I
upset.
get anxious or frustrated, but
stressed.
usually in situations where I feel like I should be mad, I just get really sad.
Like I feel that too.
I don't. Fed?
Angry moment?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anything?
The most recent thing I can think of is like when I was watching your IRL video. I never actually saw it. Like I never actually saw it. And then when I saw it, I was very fucking angry.
Wait, what?
Context.
So she went to an award ceremony. It was the Shorty
Choice.
Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Shorty was Teen Choice.
She got the streamer. of
The
it.
Shorty
She had the Shorty
Awards.
Awards, and she won Best Streamer of the Year.
Yeah.
And she sat back down, took her award, gave her speech.
And like he was watching the docuseries premiere is when he was like seeing all the behind the scenes of what happened.
And then some guy goes up. Apparently, he's a comedian. I didn't know this. And then he starts like talking about her career and like kind of devaluing it, saying that like, oh, yeah, she dropped out of college and she plays this video game, but in like 2 months when there's a new
Probably makes more than you.
and yeah, in 2 games when there's a new game out, she's gonna go back to school.
That is so shitty.
And like apparently, dude, in the moment I was furious. So like if I was there, holy shit. But when I read like some of the things people were saying, and like apparently he's a comedian and his goal was to like.
And no,
He's an actor, isn't
wasn't
he?
he doing like the people do this all the time at the award show where they're kind of like taking a stab at the establishment. They're like, especially
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Oscars, the Grammys, like there's always like one guy who was just
He
like,
did it in a very strange way.
yeah, I'm like, why would you do it at a Shorty Awards? But I feel like it's not like, the biggest thing, but
And I see some people saying like he went off script, and I don't know. It just felt.
Yeah, no, you can see like the teleprompter, and he just like everybody that presented an award just like reads the teleprompter. He goes up there, just like starts saying the most random shit. Shits on Backpack Kid, shits on me, shits on the trophy, shits on the award show, shits on the company that's winning the award, shits on. He shot on himself at one point. He was like, "This is probably gonna go down as like the worst night of my life. Like I'm pretty fucking depressed." Just like went off. Part of me was like annoyed or felt bad by what he said, and then part of me just like felt bad for him being like that. Yikes.
I don't know. But yeah, that was the one thing that made me angry. But it's hard.
I appreciate that,
It's hard for me to get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Lily gets a lot.
What's this?
Lily
Frustrated?
Smash.
Lily Smash. Summit Smash.
I get frustrated.
By the way, for anyone that like wants to watch this stuff, just like there's a banner below the streaming IRL episode. You just watch the whole thing. You'll understand fully what we mean. Yeah. Personally though, like it's funny to look back on now because this episode has been in the making for so long. And now I'm just like, back then was probably when I was like still juggling like League and Fortnite. And now I'm like, I basically got 1 million subs off of like Fortnite. And he's like, a new game's gonna come out, you're gonna go back to school. And I'm like, homie, I'm not even looking in the direction of school whatsoever. Like it did the complete opposite, which I'm really surprised and like didn't even expect. So it's just like funny to look back on and makes me a lot less mad about what happened. Hell yeah.
Love that guy, dude.
Love him. Easy clap.
I don't know.
Do you think Lily gets mad more than I do?
Do I?
Really gets frustrated.
I don't know. I think
I
the
get
line between
angry. I get upset or frustrated, but I don't. The
I
last time I
don't
was
know
like
what-
really rage, like angry. Let me. Can I think about this?
You don't get angry or frustrated. You just get like.
Upset.
Was there a word for that?
baby rage.
Baby rage.
It's not full on angry. It's just
I
like
know
a
It's
it's
not
little bit
swift
angry.
rage,
Not-
it's baby rage.
But like I'm talking about like raw anger, and I'm trying to think of the last time I felt that way, which is. I really need to think about this. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
I feel like you get annoyed by certain things that you probably don't always want to like bring up, especially publicly, because it's really hard to word things in a certain way that won't upset people, which sucks because like I genuinely, I don't know, I want all of us to just like rant as much as we want. And sure, you do get some backlash from it, but like it's kind of fucking fun. And I feel like it shows who you are so much more, you know? Well, there are people that are like picking apart every little thing you say and pitting it against you, sure, but most people are gonna be like omega lolling.
What?
Go ahead, Lily. It's okay. I feel like you are a little bit too scared of saying the wrong thing.
It's too personal.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Okay.
But it happened a while ago. And I was like, it was for only time I remember, I was like yelling, angry. Like I was so pissed. It was like me bottling up everything. And then it came to a point where I couldn't bottle it up anymore. And I was like, Hulk smash sort of thing. I'm like, this is what you did. And then I started crying, and then I just like left.
Is that when your desk? Is that when your desk like completely fell apart?
Oh
No,
my
that was
God.
just me being.
Oh,
That was just
That
me
clip
being.
was so funny.
The fact that it happens on stream just kills
That
me.
was
wait, did it happen on stream?
It happened
Yeah.
last year.
It was on the D&D
I was on a
stream.
D&D session, and then my desk wasn't. Remember, it was like the shitty cafeteria table. Don't you?
Hey, I still have
Oh,
that.
my apologies. But it was
What's
a
wrong with
cafeteria
cafeteria tables?
desk, and it just collapsed, and everything on top of it collapsed too. It was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, because like everything fell and you were just like, my desk fell.
I just tweeted like, "Hey guys, my desk fell. Be right back."
Holy shit. But yeah, I don't think a lot of things piss me off. It's so hard to make
It's
me
hard
mad.
to get to the point of anger because the older you get, I feel like it's just whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm.
I feel like
finding.
I'm feeling more of that, but I still am like, I'm young enough to get upset about decent amount of
You
things.
get upset as much as you want, Poki.
Aw, thanks, Lily.
You can vent to me if you want.
Oh, if you were upstairs, if like you and Fed just like swapped rooms, you
God.
would know me so much better.
I know. I feel like because they're all the way on the second floor and I'm all the way in the basement, I don't see Poki much.
I miss you.
I miss you
You
too.
can just, get some cardio every day.
I
Dude,
don't
Lily
see,
comes up-
I
Lily
don't see Poki much.
Lily comes upstairs and she's like, she has to like take like a minute to like.
Is this payback for me exposing your weebness?
Listen, I mean, you don't really exercise.
Just
so
go to his Amazon orders, man. Oh, what kind of cosplays can I get from 2-day shipping this time?
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
I do not do that.
Yes,
for the
you
record.
do.
False news. Fake news.
Fake news. Do you guys maybe get upset of like people making like random hate videos? Like maybe I don't know.
Wow, I wonder which
Like
one you're
maybe?
talking about in particular.
I don't know.
If only there was a video that like called out like
A lot
Lolly-
of people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one.
female lolly
Okay,
girls
I'll
or
be
whatever.
honest.
Oh.
I don't think it's even worth talking about in the podcast.
That bad?
Yeah. No.
How about a general topic?
No, it's not that bad. It's just
Oh,
giving
like-
them more attention at this point, like which is kind of what they want. So it's like not worth talking about.
It always surprises me when I see like when I get a glimpse of like the centralized hate groups for like anything or anyone. I mean, and once I discovered that kind of thing, I just feel like my life's so much better and I just pretend it doesn't exist, you know?
I think that's what we all do. Like you have to.
So, anywho's, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
No, nothing particular.
Hmm?
We could.
Hmm?
Do you still do the subreddit question thing?
No, but
Oh.
chat, if you guys have questions, let us know.
Okay.
That's what I do instead of doing any subreddit related things.
Oh, okay.
Reddit scare me
Sometimes, yeah.
a lot of the time.
Is this live? Well, you're going to find out right now because we're taking your questions.
Or pre-recorded.
I get asked that a lot. Is this live or pre-recorded?
Really, a lot?
Yeah, more times than.
I think it's really cute when other people in chat are really nice. They're like, this is Twitch. Everything is live.
Do you guys,
Instead of
Aw.
being like, you're stupid. This is obviously live.
do you guys pay attention to like real life like politics and follow that?
All right,
know-
first question.
You know, no. Actually, my brother asked me this when I was playing Fortnite with him today, and which I found like so weird. And I was like, he was like, now that you live in the US, like, do you follow the US politics? And I was like, hell no. And he goes, why not? Like, this time is like incredible. Like, you're in the middle of like history being made. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, okay, so you know Nixon? And I was like, yeah, sort of. And he's like, you know how he was known as like the worst president of the United States ever? I was like, yep. And he's like, Trump's worse. I was like, interesting. And honest to God, I was expecting him to like start telling me all this stuff. And he goes, aside from, you know, maybe just wanting to be like generally aware, it's honestly just really entertaining. I was like, wow, okay.
We're the reality TV show for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
In some ways.
Which frightens me though. Like, I'm worried someday we're just going to get bombed and that's it. Bye.
Okay.
I know, but this is the
It's-
reality of it. Sometimes you see these tweets that are like, well, this area got bombed and this country's mad at us and they have nuclear weapons. Like, where else is your mind going to go?
Regarding
That was Mimi.
Just knocked over a sword. Okay. It's
Aw,
fine.
Mimi,
regarding
honey.
politics, if I do have any opinions on politics, I prefer to keep it to myself because there was one time I tweeted something related to politics, right? These random Twitter accounts started
Oh.
tweeting me like very hateful stuff because they disagreed with. I don't remember exactly, but it was enough to be like, I am not going anywhere near that.
There's a lot of people that are very,
Community.
like super passionate about it, like
It was scary.
to a very large extent. Like my dad was super into politics. He'd wake up every day, watch TV for like 4 hours, just CNN, and like he'd be obsessed with it, reading, and that's all he would want to talk about. I'm just like, hi.
Hi.
I don't know.
Honest to God, though, I do feel kind of bad for not following it. But also, I'm not a U.S. citizen, so, like,
You don't have any
can't
vested
vote anyways.
interest.
But I do live here, so I just worry that, like, following it too intensely, I'm just going to be worried all the time.
It seems like a rabbit hole.
It's not ignorance. It's just like
It is ignorance. What do you mean
Are
it's
you
not
blissfully
ignorance?
ignorant?
it's just like you don't really care. It doesn't involve your day
But
to day.
it does.
Politics
Does it?
Does.
Politics
I mean, like
does.
your day to day. Like
To some extent,
Eventually
it will.
yes. My day is in the United States of America. Like, maybe you won't be immediately affected by it, but yeah.
I mean, and some of it affects us too, or like even if you don't live here, right? You know, like the U.S. is pretty central to a lot of like world politics stuff. So what the U.S. decides to do can have a large effect on like what happens elsewhere.
And no offense, but in my opinion, that outlook in itself is a bit ignorant. Like, if it doesn't affect my day to day, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't be concerned by it. I don't think that's a good way to look at life. Should we be worried about every little thing that happens all over the world? No, but we should care about issues that don't directly affect us, because once there are issues that directly affect us, how can we expect other people to care if it doesn't affect them?
Shouldn't
You know, if
investigate.
like if Trump goes, I'm putting a ban on everybody named Fed, and I go, well, that's not me, you know, like we should generally care. You would want us to care, so we should be doing the same for those
it's-
other people.
It's also hard for me to like get exposed to it, you know? I think in the past, like someone would bring it up to me, or I don't have like, you don't have the traditional newspaper, as they say. And like, yeah, sometimes I check like r/all or like Reddit and stuff like that, but it's hard because I have like certain filters and it's hard to like
And Reddit's
see
not
through it.
completely, unbiased
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Reddit has its dominant views.
Yeah.
Like pretty much certain types of content will always, or like news stuff will
Always go up.
Views will always like go up. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Oh, I heard you say you were hungry earlier, and I really want to ask you, like, let's get food together. But then
Can we?
our diets are very different. And guys, I don't mean that in a condescending way. I eat doo-doo, and she is not eating doo-doo.
Oh
I've been actually eating really well lately,
You
okay,
should tell
guys?
them about
And I have
No, they're not getting
not.
judged.
So,
Fish is something we can all eat.
sushi?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't eating carbs.
Sashimi.
Okay.
Soup. Appetite.
I'm
There's
down.
Like salad. There's like a lot of things I can order.
Oh, maybe the food won't actually be eaten if we don't stream it. So
Wait, what? Oh, so the calories don't count if the camera isn't on. I like that logic.
Yes.
I really do.
Infallible.
Anywho's. Oh yeah. Questions from chat.
They had so many questions earlier. and
Yeah,
I
I'm
just-
so
Your
Chat
sorry.
goes so fast. I
I'm
can't
so
even.
sorry. I love them though. I love.
Most of them are cool kids.
Yeah.
Some of them are bad
Cool
eggs.
cats.
Hi poggers.
Hypocrites.
Can you, since you can like tap and like, so, could you maybe pick out some questions that
Oh,
you want to
here
talk
we
about?
go.
Lily loves this.
Yes.
Do we have
I
any
will I don't
topics
actually ban you guys.
or anything?
Anything you guys want to talk about, whatever you see is.
When will you start ASMR streams again?
Okay, not-
I'm sorry. You said
Come
anything.
on,
you said
man.
anything.
By the way, guys, that tweet was a prank tweet. I'm sorry. Go
Wait.
on.
That was a prank?
You guys didn't realize?
Fell for it so hard.
You thought I was gonna go full ASMR mode?
No, I
not?
thought you were just gonna
Like, do more
like
ASMR.
do more of it, not
like,
that
yeah,
you were gonna
cool.
be tired from streaming and become a
Next
ASMR
question,
artist.
Alright,
please.
next question. I apologize, Pokimane. What is the
I
most
lost a bet.
uncommon game you've played recently? Let's not ask that one either. Do you like K-pop?
Why are you looking at me?
It says at Pokimane. Do you like K-pop?
Yes. No, ask things that we can all
Oh,
discuss
okay, alright.
together.
Wait, you mean Fed can't talk about K-pop?
Do you like K-pop?
I don't think you.
I don't really follow that many.
Likey.
Ju-
Alright.
Just to like mainstream stuff you guys expose me to. I don't
Okay.
know.
Do you like? I know you do.
We just went to
Okay.
KCON, of course.
Pho or ramen?
Why not
Ramen?
Ramen.
Pho.
Pho-
both? Udon.
yeah, udon over,
Can we
over
go with
both.
Oh wait, that's literally noodles.
No, Oh.
Do you wanna?
Oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Feels bad, man.
Anyways,
Alright. Sorry. I'm just trying to find a good. When's the next painting stream?
Soon.
I want to do something else. Like, what is a really good meme idea?
I want to stream hide and seek again.
Ooh, streaming Lily trying to poop for the first time.
Oh,
Alright,
Lily.
let's go back to the poop
Fuck.
topic. You know, I'm just happy to know that every time Pokimane sees me, all she sees is a walking, constipated ball of flesh.
She's not wrong.
No, it's genuine. Like, it's. How many wonders are there in the world? Like 7? This is
She's
the 8th. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Straight up.
Oh,
It's a magic
jeez.
trick. It goes in, but where does it go?
It's magic.
Where does it go?
No, like Lily must have some superhuman enzyme, and I'm just admiring it. Okay, I'm just admiring it.
When does Toast actually get back?
Next month.
1 month.
Right.
We said this multiple times.
No, okay. Honestly, we've
Okay,
said a
very
month,
serious
like
question.
a month ago. We don't know. If I had to give you guys the most honest estimate of my life, I would say 7 weeks. And I apologize. I know it sucks to hear, but I'm tired of telling people 1 month. I know they don't want to hear it anymore, so.
It's just because we say 1 month because we don't know for sure. Like, we want them back ASAP, of course, but things get in the way.
But we do have some exciting news and ideas that will maybe make the whole Toast not being here thing feel a little less bad.
I know what you're talking about.
Should we talk about that?
Inside jokes. Yeah, I'm
It's not
down.
even a joke though.
It's not. I know. it's
Should we talk about it?
not. Are we allowed
Or
to
should we
talk
like
about it?
Probably,
release?
probably when it's more
Yeah,
fleshed out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't know.
very. It's like in the beginnings, right? So we should mold it a little bit more.
Okay.
Are you going to TwitchCon? We are all
Duh.
going to TwitchCon, and I am trying to convince everyone here to do a group Mario. No, they already
Yeah.
know. They
Oh.
already
Yeah.
know. We
Oh.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not very
I'm-
fleshed out. So,
No, they-
huh?
we got the Yoshis
The
here.
Techware Yoshi.
The tech, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're gonna
Techware Yoshi.
try to do a group Mario stream. I mean, not stream,
But
cosplay.
I think the Mario Party stream in the outfit would be really funny too.
It'd be so cute.
Can you imagine? Oh, it'd be so cute.
You know what? We should like show up to a party in those outfits too.
I think it'd be
Everyone's
cute.
gonna be
Show
like,
up
"Who's
randomly.
like the Mario people?" They're like, "That's offline TV."
They do that cringe Mario cosplay.
And like their
shit.
entire subreddit is just
Oh
shipping.
my
Those
gosh, it's so cringe. Did you know one of them called themselves the face of IRL?
and I heard that they're abusive towards each other.
What the fuck?
Wait, do
And
you
they have
really
they have
think
this like
that?
bro culture.
Oh yeah, and they live in like okay.
and fart on each other's face.
Faces.
I heard one
By
of
the
them,
way, never mind. I was gonna do a shitting joke.
I was gonna say one of them doesn't even poop.
Two of them.
Poki is unhealthily obsessed with
Oh
my
my
bowel
God.
movements.
Oh
my
man,
God.
that's so good.
Will you finish Ori and the Blind Forest?
I already said yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
alright.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, it's so cute.
Oh, Lily, ask everyone around the table, what is everyone's favorite song? Despacito?
What?
Despacito
Come
2.
on, bruh.
You know he didn't know what Despacito 2 was?
No.
You
no,
didn't.
No, so you asked
You
me.
didn't.
I told you, is Despacito?
You said
There's Despacito 2, like as well. Yeah, like it's like the song, the original song is there.
Do you want me to expose you, Fed?
No.
Despacito.
I mean, yes, go for it, because I'm 100% right.
So, we reset up Beat Saber, the Vive, and Fed was like re-downloading custom songs, and he was like, "Oh my god, they have Despacito 2." I was like, "That's
like two,
so
as in,
fucking funny."
Like double O.
You used the number 2.
I did it. I said two. No, I did it.
So either
I
you didn't
did.
know it existed or you didn't know how to spell. Which
swear
one is
to
worse?
Don't make me find the
No.
receipt. I swear to you.
Yeah, no.
You
I
said
mean, there's no receipt. It was
Despacito.
no receipt. We weren't streaming.
No, I mean like text.
I didn't text you. I was in front of you.
Then
And
why are
were-
you saying you said like
Planning on getting a
T-O?
keyboard
You
piano
saying it like you
someday too?
wrote
Well,
it.
I'm saying it how I said it.
Anyways, whatever.
80 plus keys.
My favorite song right now is called 5 Shots. I don't even remember who it's from, but it's so addicting.
It sounds
Rate
like
your-
I've played it on
shot,
stream
shot,
so many
shot,
times.
shot,
Rate
shot.
your brother's Fortnite skill 1 through 10.
I give him a solid 5.
Okay, now rate me.
A solid 4.
Rate Albert.
I've never played with Albert,
Oh.
actually, yeah.
Rate Fed.
I'd give Fed a 7.5
Well, she thinks
or
I'm a
7.
4.
I mean,
Have you seen Steven play? I actually feel so much better about myself when I play with him.
Really?
He doesn't even build.
Oh, I can't wait to shit talk Steven. Please invite me. Please invite me.
I will invite you
It's
next
gonna be
time.
so funny.
Can we get a Twitch MMA matchup? What?
oh,
Yeah,
Whisper
like
Cards.
Oh, the
KSI and
boxing
Jake
thing?
Paul.
Oh. Yeah,
Hell
I'm down
yeah.
to box pokey.
To the death.
Mud wrestle.
That's
Jello wrestle?
already getting worse. I prefer Jello because it's edible. Also keto friendly.
There's
Look
okay,
at the
what I'm
small
trying to think is like, what TOS does this violate? And I can't think of anything,
I mean,
but it must.
if we're legit boxing, right? No, I'm serious. I'm down.
I
to,
actually don't think you can stream like fighting.
Wait, like sport? He can't put it in there.
It's a sport.
It's a sport.
Mimi, the flip are you
Mimi's
doing?
playing with the
She's
thing.
so cute though. Yeah, no, I don't think you can. I think you could like stream yourself like boxing a bet. Mimi, no.
I'm down to box pokey.
Yeah.
She says she can't, but we all know that's a cover up because she's kind of scared to verse me seriously. I see.
That's
dude.
cute, Lily.
No.
Do you remember that one video we did?
The boxing video.
Yeah.
Box- I was. You know what hustling is, pokey?
What were you hustling?
It's because like I don't want like to show off my true strength, so I gotta make you guys underestimate me. So when the actual match starts,
Oh,
I
so
follow
that
you.
so that's why you were checking out the trainer and all, because you were.
I was not checking the trainer out. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh,
I love you, Lily, but like I think one of my thighs could just boop. Just boop you.
holy shit.
Doesn't even need the rest of my body. Just one thigh.
Would you guys be down to do a competitive charity stream between OTV and Just Friends?
I
Charity.
think so, but I think it also like depends on
What
like
it
how
is.
it's set up. Because I wouldn't want it to be like a feels bad man type of thing either, where you're like, fuck, like we're behind these people,
Oh, and
I don't
it's
know.
like a Mimi thing, you know?
Huh?
Like a Mimi competition.
right?
Mimi.
But it's also like I feel like one person could just like tip the odds so easily. I don't know.
But
Either
for
way, like
charity-
not a bad
the
idea.
charity competition, like who
Who
raises
raises the
more?
most?
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
just do a competition
Oh,
between
I
the
thought-
houses,
that's
and then
what I thought.
they'll collect it.
Oh,
No,
wasn't it a
Wasn't
charity competition?
So like a competition for charity.
Yeah, not
Yeah, it's on one channel.
not a
Yeah.
competition
Yeah,
to rate
that's
who
a
raises the
little.
most.
That's
Yeah.
a little weird.
No,
Wait, what's the difference?
No, like no, we just have a house battle, and then people, but like all the money.
As
Oh,
opposed-
together
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to people trying
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
heard $300 more for the cancer.
But
Association. Like,
but I feel like that might have been what they suggest. I'm not sure.
I don't know then. Do you guys ever feel weird about meeting fans since they know a decent amount about you, but you don't know them at all?
I think it just depends how they behave because of that information. Like some people will like meme it. Okay, like Lily, that letter you got yesterday. I'm trying not to spoil the video. Remember the cards. How do you feel about that? If you want to talk about it.
I thought it was hilarious though.
Yeah,
Should I
right?
talk about it, or should I say?
Yeah,
it?
no, I think it's okay. It's just like the
very small
smallest
bit.
snippet.
And well, no, we she didn't even mention it
Yeah,
on
the
in
video.
so.
Okay.
So yesterday we did a PO unboxing, and you can talk about what you got.
Some cards, tarot cards specifically, and it was a huge letter, and it started off with like, "Hey Lily,
8
you know,
pages.
I think you have the perfect mind for this," and then like going in depth about that. And there was one paragraph where it's like, you know, but to be honest, let's be real, you're probably gonna take these cards, you're gonna open, and you're gonna make some shit up, and like basically outlining what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it was like you're gonna have fun with them for a
like
few
5
days
minutes,
and probably
you're
like
gonna
make
go
some
for
shit
it.
up when you like try to
Watch
show it
it.
to your
I
friends.
felt
And they'll be
so
really
called
funny,
out. I'm like-
and then you'll just toss them to the side and like never use them
Jesus.
ever again.
But I'm really excited for that video. Just
But-
to,
Yeah,
we got some really.
it was a
nice
really good
things.
video.
Mm-hmm.
One
But that
person
kind
more
of
than
thing-
other, but.
You'll find out who got a lot of stuff when you guys see the video. But
let's just wait for
I
it.
think that kind of thing when they're like, honestly, you're probably gonna like this for like 2 days and then not give a shit. And like when they say that and they're like, I know your personality generally and it's just a joke. Like I think that kind of stuff is endearing. It's like, oh, like
it's
they
cute.
watch a lot of my
They
content.
know me.
Feels good, man, right? But if it's like, I've seen all your streams, so I feel I can touch you. I'm like, no.
Albert, do you get a lot of that?
What?
Oh yeah.
No,
Like
people
touching?
know you don't want to be touched.
But
Do
then
people
people
ever
know.
But then
meme
they
you?
still ask
They
you.
know it, but they still.
They'll
want
ask,
to.
but like they won't be offended if I say no.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes they'll about go for it. Like, oh, sorry, I forgot. And
Wait,
then-
I remember one time like some girl like wanted to hug you and you were like nah, and she was like what the like why not?
Oh, on stream.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know me at all.
But then I
Uh,
feel like some people ask you just for the novelty of you saying no, I don't. Like they
Yeah.
wanna,
That's
they wanna
true.
affirm it for themselves.
I just wonder if you've ever had a bad experience where someone's like they know you don't like that, so they're
they
like
kept,
forcibly trying to meme it. Because I could see like, I don't know, maybe they're like vlogging. They're like, I want to make a video of myself hugging Albert without him wanting
it's not
me
the
to.
end of the world for me. I'm not
Clickbait.
gonna like freak out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I'm generally uncomfortable with it. So
But no bad experiences.
no bad
Most
experiences.
of them are
Good.
respectful.
Oh yeah,
You'd
for
have
sure.
to really be like the outlier to really fuck up, in my opinion. Like 99%, everyone's very chill, very nice, friendly, easy to talk to.
mm-hmm.
It's sweet. Most people are like afraid of doing something bad, so they're just
Well, I
very
always-
very nice.
I always feel bad. Have people ever tweeted you? I saw you guys here, but I was too scared to say hi, so I ran away. And I'm like,
Dude, one time someone told me that, and then I went back. It was at PAX East, and I was like, "Oh, you mother!" And I just went back, and they were there.
And you,
I
like,
saw
them
I
again?
saw this
Yeah.
really funny tweet that was like kind of making fun of the situation, and they were like, fan tweet says, I saw you at this place, but like you were with friends, so I didn't want to bother you and didn't say anything.
yeah.
And then like the response was like, pull them, but listen here, motherfucker. Do you know how cool I could have seemed in front of my friends if you just came up to me? I'm like, man, that's so true. That's so true. So everybody watching, think of it that way. Like, you shouldn't be shy to come up to us because you're making us look really cool in front of everybody that we're with.
Unless, like, I mean, if you're hanging out with us and someone comes up to you, we wouldn't think you're any cooler. We'd just be like, oh, it's just Poki being Poki.
Just
No?
a day in the life.
Day in the life of
Pokimane.
Nah, but you never know. What if I'm like with someone who doesn't know me
Normal?
very well? Yeah,
Non-Twitch.
yeah. Probably not, but yeah.
I had that happen at a convention where I was getting mobbed by some fans, right? And then I had an IRL friend that I wanted to catch up with. And she was like awkwardly standing there wondering what, and I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm really sorry. Like, this isn't, like, I tried to explain. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's fine. I'll just see you next time. And I felt like shit. But like awkward moments like that, I just don't know how to explain. Like, yeah.
See you later.
We
you
went
later.
to Hawaii with my friend Paulina from high school, and I hadn't seen her in like over a year 'cause she was abroad. And she like reacted in such a cute way to like all the people that came up to us. She was baffled by like the fact that people were like waiting in our hotel rooms and like the things that they would give us. She was like so intrigued, and she'd be like, "I can take your picture." And it was really
that's really
it was
cute.
really nice, really cute.
Because for a lot of people, Edison's cousin in Singapore,
Yes.
for example, she was so like what's the word?
Flustered or
Amazed?
Intrigued.
Intrigued by like this
likewise.
other
Yeah.
world, right? So sometimes I forget what we do is very. What's that, Mimi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's climbing up
memeing.
things again.
Yep.
Like what we do can be very weird or unusual. To
We're
other
so
people.
used to it, but
Yeah, because we live with just people who do the same thing as.
And like everyone in our friend groups, like they all know how it goes, so it's never weird. But then when I like hang out with normie friends, that's me.
dude, my cat is like dying.
Mimi
Yeah.
is so funny.
Like, a lot of them don't even understand like live streaming or how you can make a living doing that. They're just
My
like,
parents
what?
didn't understand too.
I convinced Paulina to like do a small Instagram live stream for the first time ever. It was so cute. I like want to show you guys the things that she said because this is how I imagine like other people feel that may not know much about this world. But like that I really want to try, if that makes sense. So she was like she was just saying like, I wonder if you ever got scared when you first like put yourself out there. And she was saying like how it sounds terrifying, and she's like, the only reason I want to do it is because I want to like say hi and thanks that people like followed me because we like tagged her in the pictures. She's like, but if no one tunes in, it will all have been useless.
Oh, people are tuning in.
Also, I have no clue how long to stream or how long I should wait before posting anything. I'm like, honey, it's fine. Like, just do it and like talk to them. I promise you, like, people will be nice and you'll have a good time. And she's like, I will do my best to be less anxious and muster up the guts to do this and have a good time. And she did it. She was like, girl, I did it and it was so much fun. Smiley, smiley, smiley.
There's so much
It
anxiety
was
before you stream.
adorable.
But then when
Yeah.
you like do it for the first time,
And you have a good experience.
you're like,
It
this
feels
is
really good.
amazing.
I
What?
know.
I want to do this as a full-time thing.
She's like, people in the online community kill me with how hilarious they are. A guy even serenaded me. What is life? It's so cute. I feel
Oh,
like there's genuinely like so much like love and compassion, fun out there that people don't know that they can tap into.
I forget. You can like if you're live streaming on Instagram, you can like duo. You can add someone into the.
Like a
If
random?
someo's watching,
Yeah.
they can just like
Yeah.
request to duo your live stream. It's sick.
Oh, I didn't realize that because I thought it was only like a friend on a friend list type of thing.
No, it can be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone's wondering what Paulina's Instagram is, I think it's Call Me Paulina with 2 A's. Yeah. Or 1 A. I don't know. Look.
Check both.
Check both.
Or probably autofill. You'll know.
I want one more question. What's something funny you guys learned about each other that you didn't know before living with each other?
I didn't know the Lily barely
Oh
shit.
my god, I walked into that one.
Nice one.
I learned Poki really, really likes Desperate Housewives.
And
Gossip Girl.
SVU.
Oh, I love SVU.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just love really juicy and dramatic TV shows and books and anything that just like takes me out of my life. I don't want this to sound weird, but like, do you guys ever just like get tired of like, oh, it's Paulina Chan with 2 N's on IG. Never mind. Paulina Chan with 2 N's on IG. Sorry. Anyways, do you guys, maybe it's just me because I'm so extra, but some days I'm just like, I want to stop like being me or like being pokey. I don't want to respond to anyone. I don't want to do anything. Like, can I just stop being me for a second? And that's what those shows
Yeah, you just wanna
accomplish.
So
Yeah,
you
it's
like-
just an escape.
Yeah.
So you
It's
like
like your little
escapist fantasy.
vacation.
Yes.
Escapist
I
fiction.
totally get that, but I get that with sleeping.
That's so nice.
What the?
No. So
I sleep and dream about my problems, so I don't.
I dream about like fantasy stuff a lot, like lucid dreams. So it's like maybe that's why I sleep a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, her dreams are crazy detailed.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
I
probably the
know.
one thing that like, you're just so skillful in terms of dreaming. You're really good. I mean, at sleeping. You're really good at sleeping, and you
If
do
it was
it
a
a
full-time
lot.
thing, you'd be a pro.
I'd be so good
It's
at it.
interesting though.
Like imagine there was some technology that could hook up your brain to like a computer
Imagine you
streaming
could
thing.
live stream your dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, you would never need to be awake to stream. Then you could just like enjoy your day.
Lily would be the #1 Twitch streamer.
What if I like dream about a lot of fucked up shit?
It'd be entertaining.
You know, like you can put
Content.
mature audiences.
Banned on Twitch for crazy dreams.
I dream about Poki.
I mean,
I'd watch that stream. What you guys not know about each other?
Albert's very meticulous. Well, I knew that already, but he's like more meticulous than I thought. Which is a good thing.
yeah. She
Can you give an
reads-
I like
example?
Huh?
Like what?
super organized. Like what he like he has like little Gundam, little like Legos, like very particular in his hobbies. Very zoned in. Fed likes going into random people's rooms and laying down with them.
Fed.
I learned that. Okay,
No, go
today
ahead.
I was sleeping, and then he comes into my room and lays down next to me.
I don't know if you...
And he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm watching a video, but he was streaming.
I figured you knew.
I was like, back of my mind, I'm like, is he really? I can't tell. It was like 50-50.
Because I thought you saw the chat.
No,
when
I
you
had no
turned.
glasses and I was like squinting.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why
okay.
I actually could not tell if he was streaming or watching a video. But there have been multiple times I wake up and next to me is just Fed, like, watching a YouTube video with his earplug. And he's like, sup? And he's like, watching a video.
No, I just have like I just have like a social bone.
But I
thing.
kind of, it's cute because it's like company.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Like, I
That's-
guess I've never had.
That's
company
definitely
once.
something that I've seen with Fed more than like anyone I've ever lived with, and I've lived with like a decent amount of people. But he's very much a creature of company.
Yeah,
per
he
se.
Fed
He
likes having
always
company.
wants to be around
Yep.
someone.
It's
Yeah.
cute. He's the one who visits my room the most. Like,
Which is very nice in the type environment that we are, because he kind of like connects everybody in that
Yeah.
sense.
There's always something
I'm
to talk
still
about. Yeah,
installing
Fed
it.
did this to me today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about it.
It's like,
I
oh
like
my
it
god,
when-
he did this to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I fail him every art class, but I'm secretly glad he participates so I can fail him.
So you failed me on purpose, is what you're saying.
No. Your art's still, like, terrible. Don't get me
I'm just
wrong.
glad you're trying.
I tried Sora this last time.
No, it was actually, like, not bad. But then Coco...
Why didn't you
Coco
pass
gave
me?
it, Coco gave it a 59.
You
I
can
didn't do
veto
anything.
her goddamn grade.
I
Yeah,
can't.
who's
She's
the teacher in the
she's
class?
Yeah.
She's the guest of honor.
Oh my god.
She was the subject. I can't just veto the subject. But yeah, Fed's very social. He goes to like everyone's room and hangs out, and it's like 3 a.m. and I feel like going to a tofu house. You know, Fed will be down to go.
Things I've learned about Albert. Surprisingly doesn't need sleep at all.
Oh, he does.
Maybe
not
that's why, like, maybe Lily and Albert just connected somehow, or like she sleeps more, but he gets the energy
Maybe
for
I'm
it.
siphoning his sleep.
Yes.
You should be thanking me. I'm sleeping enough for both of us.
What the? I like
Yeah,
sleep. I
has
just-
like a very
You charge him.
surprising sleep schedule, but I think that shows that he's like very hardworking. So he'll be like, if I said I'm streaming at 8, I'm streaming at 8 a.m. forever, mother puckers, which makes me feel like he really appreciates his community, and that's really nice to see. And also, I think everybody would agree with me when I say like he's always down to help
He's so
with
nice.
anything, even if you don't ask.
Yeah, he'll always help you out and.
Even when I,
He made
even when I
Lily
expect
tea,
him
and
not
he's like,
to.
anybody else want tea? Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah, one of the most selfless people, yeah, for sure.
Speaking of selfless, Fed's also that kind of guy who just likes.
Some complimenting, like.
I mean,
circle.
All right, we'll get to you. That's
Oh,
right.
thank you very much for
yeah.
thinking of me.
No, but Fed's like the guy who just buys food for everyone, and like he'll ask you, like, "Hey, you want like, hey, I'm getting
Listen,
something." You want
that's a
anything?
double-edged
That's a double-edged
sword,
sword.
okay?
Okay, we will all
These
be-
20 pounds didn't come from nowhere,
We will,
okay?
we will all be going out to eat, and you know, usually we split the check, right? And then Fed's like, all right, let's go. I'm like, what? And Fed's like, I already paid. You know that
That
time.
actually kind of bothers me.
I'm like, stop doing
It's
it.
'cause-
You should
Dude,
only
it's-
do it when we're all okay with it.
It's only because I don't want to deal with splitting the bill. It takes like an extra 20 minutes.
No,
and it's such a waste
that's
of time.
not why. Don't lie. You like the feeling of, you know,
Well, no,
Okay, yeah,
I- I-
okay,
paying
yeah,
for everyone.
okay, yeah.
We get it. You
also-
stream. You're not an
also,
editor.
yeah,
It's fine.
Also, a year ago, I wasn't able to pay for like myself. So it's really satisfying, yeah, to be able to,
To
pay
be
for
able to
people.
pay for your friends. I understand that. And also, I do agree with him that, like, it's so much easier putting everything on, like, one card and then, like,
Oh,
have
yeah.
everyone pay. Like,
But I
this-
think it'd be nice if we like took turns doing that, you know?
What put-
I
card
try.
roulette?
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I love Carla.
I'm the same as you. Like, I really like paying for others, but I always make sure that they know before I do it, and I heavily try to persuade and convince them. Otherwise, like, I don't like the idea, and I know some people feel like this. We talked about this a lot in Hawaii, where it's like if someone just like forcibly pays for you, then like you feel indebted to them. So I don't want to like force that kind of feeling for people.
I mean, but we're all friends, so
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and I
it's
feel like you guys have paid for my
yeah,
stuff, so
it's like I feel like it's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Like Fed
You
will
buy
pay
me
for-
donuts, I'll buy
I'll
you
buy
donuts.
you Chipotle, you know.
yeah. And it's like one day I wake up and like Lily or Iman like hadn't got me coffee this morning.
So,
You know?
for those who don't know, like everyone in this house, sometimes we just buy food for each other.
Oh,
no
yeah?
one really like keeps tabs or anything. Oh yeah, Fed bought me.
You know, I would
McDonald's,
hate that.
Chipotle, like no one does that.
Yeah,
It's
It would
just-
make me so
yeah,
sad
we
because
just
it's so
buy
much
stuff for
wasted
each
time.
other whenever we can, and I think that's like the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's a problem if one person does it like 90% more than the others, but
By the way, what are we eating?
we thought. What time is
Sushi?
it?
Oh,
Sushi?
it's gonna close.
Are we ordering or
soon.
are we going somewhere?
I'm down to order.
I'm down to order.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm DTO, down to order.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm buying.
No, you're not. I think Lily has bought before, so I want to buy.
Can do it. Rock, paper, scissors.
She's really good at rock, paper, scissors.
Wanna
Really?
verse me?
Okay.
She beat.
What are we betting? I get to slap your.
What?
Sure.
Wait, really?
Not on stream. Yeah.
Not on stream.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, it's always 2 out of 3.
Oh.
Wait, okay. Can you put one finger up so I know you won once? Yeah. Okay. All right. No, not. this
You're
way.
0.
I
Okay,
need.
okay, I'll be yours. If
What's
you win,
your?
I'll pick one up.
What do you pick for your starter Pokemon?
Fire.
Charmander.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, let's.
Yeah. Oh, that was disgusting. Holy.
I usually do
Oh.
best out of 5.
No, you don't.
I do best out of 5. No.
Well,
I
thank
legit-
you guys so
Wait,
much
no,
for watching.
no,
If you
no.
haven't followed the channel
No.
already, please do.
Dude,
This is Lily
we
Pichu,
matched-
Slightly
I
Musical,
let-
and
we
Fedmyster.
matched.
Please
We
make
just
sure to follow them
slapped her.
on.
Oh,
I'll
God.
still let you slap a door, Lily.
Okay.
Please make sure to follow everybody on not only their Twitch but all their socials as well, but especially their Twitch. Honest to God, everybody here makes great content. Not only that, they're just great at being entertaining and engaging on stream. Okay, so please check them out. Do you guys have any shout outs? Pokimerch.com, offlinetv.gg/merch as well. What else?
Instagram.com
Streaming IRL below.
/lilypichu for my dog's Instagram.
Instagram.com/pokiescat. She looks really cute. Fed, could you show my cat?
Wait, I
Yeah.
Like,
forgot to
no, like
compliment Lily
the
for
camera.
this
Like
podcast.
angle it?
Yeah, just like
It wasn't
show
a
my
compliment.
cat, please. She looks so cute. She looks so cute. Look, she's just sitting there on the
No,
piano.
good,
Oh my
okay.
god, is that not so cute? Oh, she's perfect. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.